6th of March 1991, when the Ukraine FA found the efforts. They were asking the questions, will they be able to play good football? Will the world really accept them? Forward pass to 10th of September 2019. They have themselves ready to play with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. On that note, I welcome you to a show that truly could hold its own. It's ABC Sports Live. It's the match day as they prepare for the friendlies. The Super Eagles of Nigeria, they get ready to confront Togo. And before they play Togo, they want to size up themselves and see how prepared they will be. They have taken the yellow men and to do the business. Wherever you are, welcome. We're broadcasting live from the studios of Heritage. I haven't changed my name, I won't. On the day I do, you will be the first to know. Chris Opokwalo is my name. Indeed, pleasure to really have you guys to join us here. We're looking forward to what the Super Eagles of Nigeria could do against their counterparts, the Yellow Men in the Pro. Here with me are those who have also clustered around to see how today will be. They will be giving us all the analysis. From my far right, ex-international, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Anthony Mwigwe is here with me. Anthony, another time to talk sports.
Yes, it's a very good day. At least we are looking forward to something to see what's going to happen with our qualifications and if we're ready for the match against Togo.
Good. Also here with me is Rotimi Adeniji, another football expert, and he's also a football agent. Rotimi, another time to talk sport. This is a big one, football, and to be precise.
Yes, and it will be a good thing to see what the new players that are coming on board, what they have to offer, what they need to bring to the table. So it will be exciting to watch.
Good, brilliant. Wherever you are, welcome, and of course, tell your friends, your neighbors, we are live. And of course, we'll be here until at least 10 p.m. London time. So let's get this kicking. As you know, the game is far away in Kiev, and Dnipro, they say it is. They say it's a lovely city. But how lovely is this city that the Super Eagles have decided to go and visit? Take a look.
Dear Britain.
Dearest Britain,
Dear old Britain.
we love you.
We love you.
With all your different views on the world,
And your different stories to tell.
Maybe it's your big heart.
just as good.
My BA 100.
Your sense of style.
Your sense of adventure.
Welcome to BA 100. Make your way around to the right for us.
The way you pick yourself up when things get tough.
And dust yourself off. Sorry.
BA 100, you're clear for takeoff.
How you follow your own paths.
How you tell it like it is.
Politely, of course.
You've led revolutions.
Of all kinds.
Yet you watch out about it.
It's just not in your nature.
Instead, you'll quietly make history.
Pots.
Building. Yorkshire pudding.
Beds.
Discoveries.
UK garage.
Cake. Rabbit.
Ideas.
Honey.
And rather a lot of tea.
We love you, Britain. You make us who we are.
Of Junior Pro, and if you just joining us, it is ABC Sports Live, and what that simply means is that we'll be here when the Super Eagles of Nigeria takes on Ukraine. With me here is Rotimi and of course Anthony. Guys, I mean the die is cast. We're looking at two teams that really want to outdo each other. Names of players have been called out. Others dropped out, but then again, new players have been said. But then again, what do you think of the players that have still been invited?
I think it's an opportunity for them to really tell Nigerians what they can, show us what they can do, because we've been clamoring for good performance now from the national team, and it's been, I think it's been long not coming, because it hasn't really. Nigeria has not really performed well in the big stage. So I'm playing Ukraine now. Ukraine is a very good side, irrespective of the fact that some of the old players like Shevchenko, who is the coach now, they've all retired, they've become coaches. This is going to be a good test for us, at least to see where we are in terms of the new players coming in, and then how they've been preparing over the period that they've been together, just this few period, and let's see. It's a good opportunity for one thing. The only thing is that those players that dropped out will give opportunity for the new ones that's coming in to at least showcase themselves, and then we'll see what's going to happen.
Good. I mean, Rotimi, they say new players have been called in. They will be feeling excited. We just saw some of the list out for the first 11. What do you think, in your own opinion? How do these players be feeling for the first call-ups?
Well, it's always a thing of pride to play for your country. So any player that is called up, I for sure will be proud to, first of all, put on that shirt for Nigeria. And as Anthony has said, they will be keen to show what they have to offer, because you've been called up, that means somebody else is maybe left out because of you. So they will be keen to show, okay, this is what I bring to the table, this is what I have to offer. So every player will know that, yes, you can be called up, you can be dropped at any time, but anyone that is called up for the first time is always that excitement, because being a national team player speaks a lot as well for your career, whichever way the player wants to look at it.
Good. It's still Match Day Live, and of course we are broadcasting live from the Heritage TV studios. Now let's quickly see those players that Janet Raw has since invited. Their names, where they come from, what club are they playing for? Take this quick return, and of course the talks for Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Yellow Men continues. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Joseph Ariba.
My name is Joshua Maja.
My name is Emmanuel Dennis.
I'm Madu Kakoya. I am from Lagos.
I'm from Adamawa State. I'm from Ondo State.
And I'm from Enugu State. I'm 20 years old. I play for FC Girondin de Bordeaux.
I play for Glasgow Rangers.
From Fortuna Düsseldorf, Germany. I'm 20 years old, and I'm really delighted and honored to play for Nigeria, to get invited to the training camp. and to wear these colours.
I'm really happy to have got this call up to Nigeria, and I just want to make the most of it and play as long as possible and just do all I can for the team and make sure that we continue being the best that we can be.
I'm delighted to get my first call up for Nigeria. It's a big opportunity to show the fans and the staff what I can do. I'm going to work my hardest and give my all to make my family and the fans and the coaches proud.
It's a massive call up for me. It's a big opportunity for me to improve in my football, to help the country. You know, there's a lot of good football players out there, but I'm here. It's a big opportunity for me to give to the fans and to help the nation win a lot of trophies.
It's a lot of power, and I can't wait to show you guys what I'm up to and to train with these great guys. And they received me very well in the St. Peters family. They did very well, and yes, I'm just happy to be here. And I play as a centre forward. I like to create chances, score goals, and just work hard for the team. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the games, and I hope I can show what I can do and stay in the squad for as long as possible.
I'm a centre midfielder, and I like to get in and around the box, make it from either box that I can defend and I can attack.
Keep supporting us, keep praying for us, and I hope by the end of the day we really make you proud. I love you guys. Bye.
Indeed, brilliant pictures. Those are the boys that Janet Rowe has since deployed, the new boys, and they're all excited to see what they can do for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Yes, they're all out there in Dino Pro. We're warming up for what is out there. So let's quickly now run to Dino Pro, where it's all happening, and speak to our man who's already in there. Let's get this answer sound. Tunde Adelakun is far away with us. Hello, Tunde. Welcome. How you doing? Hello, Tunde, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Good evening, Tunde. Tunde, it is indeed a big one. Tell me what's happening. The Nigerians are perhaps, jittering on and waiting to hear what you will say about today's game.
We are just about to start in the next 2 to 3 minutes. We'll be walking up to the pitch to get this game started. We'll start in about 10 minutes' time. Everything is okay. We just finished the warm-up, and we watched the other team also warming up. The atmosphere is good. There's a huge crowd here in the Dnipro Stadium, where there is an air of invincibility about the Ukrainians because they have not lost here in a very long time, and also that they're very confident that they have not lost to an African team ever. And therefore, they are quite confident that they will give us a good game, but on our part, we're expecting to give them a few surprises.
Good. I think they haven't lost there. You guys are also looking ahead after the games at the Nations Cup. You haven't lost yet. People are saying we saw Kelechi being put in as a sub. Are we going to see him play? And when did he come in? We weren't sure how he trooped into the clues.
Well, Kelechi is one of 21 players that we have got in camp. He's not a starting player today. He's not starting, but he is on the bench, and everybody has the possibility to come in at some point and come and play. We can make 6 substitutions, and we have 10 substitutes. So majority of our team will be given a few minutes for now. Whether Kelechi becomes one of them or not remains to be seen. We can't tell you for sure, but we believe that everybody has an equal chance of getting and getting some game time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tunde. Really appreciate it, and we'll come back to you at some point. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.
Tunde Adelakun joining us all the way from Ukraine. Guys, we've just heard him. They say the boys are ready. Make as much changes as you are. Let's now begin to talk about the coaches and, of course, their style of doing things. We'll have Chechenko, and, of course, we'll have Janet Rowe. I mean, compare these two gentlemen in terms of their coaching abilities.
For Janet Rowe, the problem is it's difficult to really have a track record of him because he didn't really, born the stage when, like in Europe here, in terms of club facilities and in terms of national teams and all the rest. So we started hearing more of him when he was in Nigeria. A lot of people don't know about his track record. So, but what we are judging him is based on what we've seen so far with the Nigerian team. So, but Shevchenko, you could see that people have not really kind of like say, okay, he's one of these great coaches. No, he's a good player, and sometimes good players don't really make good coaches. So, and that is where everybody's watching now to see what he's going to do with the national team of Ukraine. It's always difficult for a player starting out to coach a national team because you don't have the day in, day out opportunities of looking at these players and then, coaching them, telling them what you want, the ideas in your head. So you have them for a few weeks, and then you need to impact everything you want in that few weeks. So it's difficult, for like somebody like Shevchenko who is just starting out now as a coach. So I think, on the other hand, because of the record the Ukrainians have at home, they will be so confident that they're going to beat Nigeria. But the only thing is that we need to give them that element of surprise. The first 10-15 minutes is crucial in the game today because of the Ukrainians will come out steaming. So Nigerians has to hold on to that pressure within that period of time, and then after that, then we can now start introducing our game to them gradually.
Good. Rotimi, this is a big one. What do you think tactically? What's your own, perception of this game?
Well, I think it's going to be a tough game because, like Anthony said, Ukraine. Well, this is the first time actually we've played them historically, the senior team, and they've never lost to an African team. So they will want to maintain that pride of place in their stadium, in their country. It will be a tough game, but as Anthony has said, we need to start well and we need to defend well at the beginning, because if they come all guns blazing, then we might be even out of the game before the first half is over. So tactically, I'm not really sure what it will be for Shevchenko, because being a good player does never equate to being a good manager. We've seen that a lot. So let's see what he's going to put out. I believe our boys also will give a good fight, especially the ones that are new, because they will want to show that if you give me this jersey, this number, I want to hold on to it. So let's see what it will be.
Let me come back to you. Apart from raising these boys, some of our boys were injured. That's why the new boys were called in. But it could be also nice for Genetro to play these boys so that we'll see them and know what he's doing. Because people have argued that he keeps bringing players that that perhaps play in Division 4, while some other players are in other good divisions, and he's not carrying them along. Then one begins to wonder. Genetro getting it right? Yes, of course he's getting it right. We went to the AFCON and bronze we came back with. Beat him or whatever, he is getting it right. But the tactics he's using to get it right, and many people have questioned it.
It's not all about the tactics, because of when you're looking at the team now, you cannot really. We don't have that character that we used to have as that follows the Nigerian team. So, and because of also, I have a problem. The problem I'm having is that he's not encouraging the players back home. He's not encouraging the players back home because...
That's many home-based players.
Yes, because such game now that they're trying to play, it's a game also you should have at least 5 to 6 home-based players in this team. Because this is how you give them the experience. This is how they gain entrance into the team. Because if you're playing in the league, like we were saying off camera before, if you're playing in the league and you're not being called up in the national team, you feel depleted because you will not be looking up for anything. So he needs to find a way in order to inculcate the home-based players, to give competition to the players who are playing abroad. It's not every time. Yes, we have injured players, 1 or 2 or 3 of them. When they are injured, you don't just automatically go back again and start shopping players from Europe again. You look for the home-based players. So that tells me that he does not even pay any attention to the league. So he doesn't even know the players that are playing in the league. Because you cannot tell me that as big as Nigeria is, and as big as our league is, that we cannot produce one or two other players that will come into the national team.
Good. Okay, gentlemen, wherever you're watching, it is our live broadcast coming to you via Heritage Studios, and we are going to dissect all the games between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and, of course, the Yellow Men, the Ukrainian counterparts. We're nearly there in terms of kickoff time, but then again, we will soon quickly show you what the Super Eagles of Nigeria did in their last game, how they got that bronze against Tunisia. But before we take that, let's just quickly look at things in terms of, because their next game will be against Togo. I hope we're not going to get a total change of players. You begin to wonder, why did we even play the friendly in the first place?
Well, I believe everything in life, there needs to be continuity. So continuity in terms of the set of players, the crop of players that are involved in the game. So having a total different set of players, first and foremost, does not bode well for a team, because you're talking about a team here. So they need to be able to play together and understand each other's game. So that way, if we're playing Togo, I'll be shocked if we're going to have the nucleus of this present team all ripped out and a new set of people in. That would be, to me, would be a shock.
Good. Gentlemen, now it is time for us to quickly run out there and see what happens when the Super Eagles of Nigeria played against their Tunisian counterpart. When we come back, it will be time for us to visit Dino Pro and see the Super Eagles of Nigeria against the Yellow Men. Stay with us.
Every 2 seconds in 20 countries around the world, a new customer joins the Leica Mobile family. We are the world's largest low-cost international mobile call provider. Available in 2 million outlets globally. Connecting over 14 million customers. Via our high quality, great value international mobile call service. Every 2 seconds in 20 countries around the world, a new customer joins the Leica Mobile family. We are the world's largest low-cost international mobile call provider. Available in 2 million outlets globally. Connecting over 14 million customers. Via our high quality, great value international mobile call service.
Still the game, the Super Eagles of Nigeria against the Yellow Men of Ukraine. We're nearly there, but before we do all of that, we will be joining our commentators who are already charging up, ready to really fire from all cylinders. Rotimi and Anthony have been sitting down here with me and of course telling us all that we should be expecting out there in Ukraine. But before all of that, let's quickly run now to those who will be doing the commentators for us, doing the commentaries for us. Kelechi and of course not forgetting Lashley are ready, I've been told, and of course they're ready to tell us all that is happening out there in Dnipro. Kelechi, Lashley, how is it going in there?
It's going on well, Chris. Thank you very much, Chris Obikwelu. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this live coverage of the friendly between Ukraine and Nigeria. And I'm here with my co-commentator, Mr. Lashley.
Refresh. Good, brilliant. Yes, they will be taking us on this match and telling us everything that will be happening out there in Dnipro. But before we just quickly run there, I know you guys are all itching to know what is happening in there. Anthony, what will be your outlook for this game?
I think my outlook is just that the new players coming in should be able to give the coach something to think about, which is what they're supposed to do. But at the same time, because probably it's their first call up, they should be calm enough not to rush into wanting to impress the coach, because when they do that, they're going to make a little bit of more mistakes. So I think they should take their time and build themselves into the game.
Good. Rotimi.
Yeah, I've taken time to look at one of the new players, Josh Maja. The talk is that he's going to take Mikel Shet, number 10. He needs to show whether he's actually ready to pick up that shirt. But like Anthony said, no pressure. Let's see what he has to offer. He has an interesting history from being in Man City youth system to now being playing in France. So he must be a good player. I'm keen to see what he's going to offer us.
Gentlemen, before I run to Dnipro, I just want to pick on you guys. I mean, what will be the score line? At least the first half is score lines.
I think the first half probably might end up 0-0.
Nil-nil.
Yeah. I'll go for 1-1.
And let's also quickly also say that you guys remember that today the under 23 team fired down their opponent 5-0. It ended. Anthony, you're interested in this one, aren't you?
Yeah, because you see, we have a good youth system that is we're trying to. If the only thing is that the country should find a way to finance the youth system, because we are performing very well in the youth system. So it is after the youth system now what happens. The promotion to the national team is where the problem is. So for the youth system, we've been very good about that.
Gentlemen, the die is cast. Here it is, live all the way from Dnipro. I'll leave you in the hands of the commentators who will now take you through the first 45 minutes. We'll return with analysis.
Thank you very much for joining us. We're 90 to go off, and my brother.
Hopefully, I hope the recording is picking it up properly.
But we too, should be able to hear what they're saying.
Yes.
We need to coordinate with whatever they're saying.
Correct. I think we need to let him know. Yes.
Give me your phone. Make I give you the now unlimited you get.
Yes, from my laptop now. We're casting it.
Okay.
So I can come and try and get it here as well.
No worry. We'll just put that here. Make my guys this show.
Or if you did for the big screen, we need to see it.
We will put that for big screen. Then I might tell them from day one. The game never start.
Lights are on.
Oh, really?
It's a goal! It won't be assist, I can see.
No! Who is doing this?
Has scored to Kwesi, someone of Villarreal. It's in net, it's in the net. 1-0. I can see my boys have scored. What a good play from the left. Jamilu Collins, a tempo to Jamilu Collins, and he gave it to Iwobi. Iwobi crossed and forward. Yes. First goal Nigeria. That's very, in 3 minutes. Nigeria 1-0, and I mean, my brother, you have to be happy with that kind of start. Super start. Yes.
Is he on now?
The fantastic start.
I give you the game now. No, Nigeria don't score. Okay, give me Google.
BBC is still showing.
Can they not cast it somewhere where we can see?
See, nah, just really.
Can you off this microphone?
He's my boy.
Still ongoing, and that action still there. We're right there at the Dnipro Stadium as the match continues. So, still the match going on now. I think we will be also be happy to see more of the actions going on the screen as you're watching anywhere around the world. Yeah, you can still different broadcast stations to watch this live. So you can enjoy us. We will be giving you the live commentary, so that you can also be able to join it. You can tune on to any of the broadcast stations to watch it, the actions. But we are giving you the live as we are also watching with you. Yeah. Hopefully, the mode is still right there, and that we've got in the substitutes also to be able to mention to our viewers. We got Ezewa, who is also the skipper from Atlan FC, and Paul Onuachu. Paul Onuachu, who is also from Paul Onuachu actually played for Midtjylland in Denmark. Midtjylland Football Club in Denmark. Paul Onuachu is also a substitute. We also have Moses. Moses has already been featuring. It's not Victor Moses, but Moses. And we know the second Moses. And also Maja, another new boy on the break is Maja. Maja is also in the substitute for now. I also have Dennis and also Ian Acho. A lot of
my namesake.
But yesterday, I think he was still wanted in the camp. But obviously the last 12 hours ago, he has already arrived, and he's also. Friendly international, against Ukraine. This is to test the abilities, to test the structure of the, the formation, to test, just to it's kind of a test for the both teams.
Obviously, the Ukrainian coach Shevchenko, the legend, I'm sure he's trying to, test his team and prepare them for the World Cup and the Euro qualifier. Same with our coach Gennaro. I think
personally, Gennaro might not know his first 11, and he's still trying to test them out. But obviously, like you said earlier, these are the substitutes, and there are some notable absentees like the likes of Ndidi from Leicester. Omera is missing.
Well, Ndidi also, I can't figure out where. Maybe Ndidi is on the camp, but at the moment he's not on the list. I mean, given out, the 11 and the substitute, and also Musa is not on the list.
Omera too is not available.
Also not.
John Ogu as well. John Ogu is there to get another club since he left Israel. So I mean, those are the regular stars that are missing, but hopefully, these new guys can fill in and we can develop new talents, and who knows?
Of course. With the new boys on the break now, like I know Oluwashemi Logo of West Brom. And also, we also got Okoye of Fortuna, Fortuna in Germany. So these guys are actually given the opportunity, just like throwing the white card.
Yeah, exactly.
And let's see how it goes. We got on the screen there.
Samuel Kalu is there. And the goalkeeper, Nigerian goalkeeper, takes a goal kick.
Give the ball inside into the middle of the field now.
And then the Nigerians are really, playing well. There's no nonsense defending there. That's it. Chukwueze controls the ball and he's driving in. Gives it to Alex Iwobi. Iwobi to Samuel Kalu. Can Samuel Kalu score the goal? That's a save from the keeper. Simeon is a bit annoyed with Samuel Kalu for not passing the ball, but that's a very, very good try. And Nigerians are showing some combination play in the final third. I can enjoy. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing.
Of course, there's a kind of composure on the pitch here, and you can figure out, how to maximize the positions as they getting the ball from the midfield on to
the final third, and they're really driving at the heart of the Ukrainian defense. And I don't know if it's my eyes, but do you feel that these boys are fitter? I think they are fitter.
Yeah.
They look fitter, from the Nations Cup.
Unfortunately, you can figure out that you can see fitness in them. For now,
the Ukrainians have dissected our defense, and that's a desperate defending by Ola Aina. Last the defending and saves and spares the Nigerians blushes. That was a good through ball from the Ukrainians, but I think he was a little bit offside. But the linesman didn't raise his flag, so we defended that very well. And the Ukrainians are still pressing. They are still pressing. Good defending from Nigeria. And Etebo, can he launch a counter attack? That's a cynical foul. He should be booked. That's Zichenko from Manchester City. Manchester City is led back Zichenko with a cynical foul on Nigeria's Etebo Genekaro.
Very interesting. And Nigeria isn't going to take the free kick already.
I'm just showing the replay.
And that's it.
Of the chance that I not cleared. It's good to see Olajuwon. He can play left back, he can play right back. He's 2-footed, and he's a quite versatile defender that we can always rely on. Very skillful as well. Right. And Nigerians are coming the tempo of the game. They're in control of the game. There's no pressure. Give and take, give and go. Samuel Kalu is really, really enjoying himself. He's having a field day. And he gives it to Chukwueze. Come on the ball as well. Give it to Genekaro Otebo. Otebo back to Chukwueze. He will be making an overlapping run on the left. Can he get back to Iwobi? Iwobi gives it to Osimhen. He couldn't control the ball very well, and the Ukrainians regain possession. And Nigerians are really pressing high. What they see, you can see, there's so much energy, Of
course.
And the Nigerians, they won the ball back. But Iwobi playing with so much confidence. That's a good back heel from Iwobi, but it didn't really come out well. But the Ukrainians are now pressing. They are countering, but we have enough numbers at the back. Let's see what how the play develops. Yeah. No. That's a good rebound. Good save from Uzoho.
That is a fantastic.
Very fantastic save.
They are attacking.
And the Ukrainian player is down, and Nigerians have kicked the ball out for fair play. The Nigerian goalkeeper is down, and the Ukrainian striker is down as well.
There must be.
It might be serious. He's really. He looks a bit serious.
After having an encounter with keeper Uzo also down, and both needs to be attended to. I think the medical team will be on the pitch at the moment. Let's have a look at that again.
That's a good ball.
That was close range. He was really into the keeper.
Exactly.
Obviously.
That was a good pass from Zichenko, though. to the striker. But Uzoho was quick out of the lines to smuggle the ball. And they're both receiving treatment, and there's a little bit of pause in the play. And you can see the substitutes are warming up as well. The goalkeepers are warming up. Both Okoye and Ezenwa are warming up at the moment.
Yeah, Ezenwa they are not warming up.
Yeah,
possibly keeper Uzo might be replaced by Okoye anytime from now. Well, let's have a look after the medical team.
I think Uzo is okay. He'll be fine. He's quickly on his feet
at the moment.
Yeah,
and Jan was also getting a little bit worried about the collision that happened between Uzo and the Ukrainian striker.
You can see Shevchenko on his feet, concerned about his striker. But the striker is now on his feet, and hopefully the injury is not too serious. You don't like seeing injuries like this, in a game, whether it's a friendly game, and you don't even like seeing injuries anywhere, So hopefully he's okay.
So that was
a good play. And that will be
very direct, easy, right from the right and front.
You have to give credit to Carlo for creating the space and dribbling everybody.
Target, and Chukwueze was able to pass it in the left hand side of the keeper.
Exactly.
That was the first goal Nigeria team. Just at the
so the play has restarted now,
and the match continues now. We're now 40 minutes into the match. You see Nigeria 1, Ukraine 0.
Yes. And I wish to see more from Joe Aribo on the ball, because he's a good player. Now we change. Samuel Kalu loses his footing at the wrongest of times, and Ukraine regain possession. But still, Nigeria, they are back to shape, so there's no cause for alarm. Like I was saying, I'd like to see Joe Aribo. He's a fantastic player. I was watching him when he was in Charlton. Right. Now he's in Rangers. He's doing bits as well. So hopefully, that's out. Throwing. Yes, the rest man has reason for a throw-in to Nigeria. So, like I was saying, I think he's an exciting player for the future. Good to see him being.
Yeah, I think he's scored a number of goals. He reached about 81. His appearance in the league. The local league there is about 81 appearances, and has managed to score a number of goals that actually prompts the coach to call him for this lineup to be able to play for Nigeria. Aribo there, having also played Glasgow Rangers.
Yes, Glasgow Rangers. Yes.
Having scored 14 goals and 81 appearances.
That's not too bad. And you have Chukwueze with the ball. Chukwueze with it will be just one touch. It will be almost from the Chukwueze there, and the ball back with Etebo. Etebo flows the pass to Jamilu Collins. Jamilu Collins is with the ball. He finds Ajayi back to Iwobi, back to the skipper, Ekong Homo. These passes are doing well. Joe Aribo couldn't really control that ball. And the Ukrainians have the ball back, and they are launching a counter-attack of their own. But Nigerians have regrouped them successfully. I mean, you can see what Genatro is trying to do with the team. I mean, his formation, I think, is spot on. It's very fluid as well.
4-2 Nigerian player at the moment, and it looks very brilliant. A very good, test to see how the team go.
Exactly.
The first time playing with most of them, a good number of them, like 2 of them actually play for the first time in Nigeria.
Yes, exactly. That's a good one. Nigerians are leading the counter now. And Etebo loses the ball in a vital area. He retrieves it very well. Ajayi pressed the ball. Just one more touch, and I would have been through on goal. And the Ukrainians have the ball back through Zinchenko of Manchester City. And the Rebels are trying to pass the ball out and see if they can.
You can see that at the moment there's no tension.
There's no tension.
They actually get themselves well organized, able to keep their eyes on the ball.
Exactly.
And that's it. Ukraine now trying to. Now Nigeria now in possession of the ball now. Send the ball now into the left hand flank. It's gentle pass, possibly.
That's it. That's Kalu with the ball. That's Samuel Kalu with the ball. Finds Etebo. Who is he finding? Aino is with the ball and gives it to a man like Chukwueze, the goal scorer. The guy is doing bits as well. He's signed with Jay-Z's Rock Nation Sports Group now. And he's doing really well, and we're happy for him playing for Villarreal. He's starting in Villarreal.
This is actually the team that actually will hopefully going to, possibly, go into the qualification series for the 2020 World Cup, 2022, which before that, there will be a Nations Cup by next year.
Yes, exactly.
So by 2021, we're going to have a Nations Cup again.
Samuel Carlos with the ball, gives it to Iwobi. Iwobi loses the shot. Oh, Sipa saves it. That's a good one. Iwobi will be taking the shot. Not known for his shooting like that, but we're happy to see him.
Keeper credit to him to be able to dust that very long shot.
Yeah.
But it's a good attempt by Iwobi.
Yeah, exactly. And he's been scoring with his head lately in Everton. Back to back headers. I remember messaging him and saying, like, yo, young man, how come you're scoring with your head? He said, my brother, I don't even know. But it's happening. We're happy for him.
He just see what he's meant to do.
Exactly.
His job,
exactly. Getting into good positions. That's him again. He will be with the ball. Oh, he's been dispossessed by the Ukrainians, and they launch an attack of their own. The ball is on the right flank. They come into the midfield. You can see Osimhen, you're really dropping deep as well to help, with the shape and, retrieve the ball as well. And, Aribo is there doing work. Everybody's doing their work, I can see. And Nigeria still leader at the moment, 1-0, 90 minutes into the game.
And that's probably a very good one for Nigeria.
Yes, that's it. Like I said, Osimhen dropping deep to help retrieve the ball, and that's what he did perfectly. Aribo gets dispossessed, and Ukraine starts an attack of their own through Zichenko. He will be tracking back. That's good. Did the referee?
Ukraine are now in the midfield now, taking the ball now, able to pass on the right flank, but unable to. Nigeria.
That's good. And that's it. Osimhen is going. Oh no, he loses his footing. Can he fight now? Yeah, he lost his balance at the vital moment, and he shoots it way wide, and Iwobi was open, calling for him. He lost his footing at the vital point, and Nigeria missed that golden opportunity. But it's still early days. These boys haven't really played together, so. It's good.
So that could be a very good counter attack, very sweet one, but he lost his balance.
He lost his balance.
He's already open, ready for him to take on, but unable to. But he tries to lock by Marshali, a very long shot into Ukraine's net, but unable to make any effect. Now Ukraine now seems to be in the position of the ball now. Send the ball long one, but intercepted by Nigeria now.
Exactly, and Ukraine are back in possession. This is a very, very competitive game, despite it being a friendly. The boys are This
is actually a match to text the tactics.
Exactly.
To see.
And it's a goal kick to Nigeria. Ukraine have not really gotten into their stride yet. And they are home, so.
Yeah, it's at home. You remember, Ukraine is at home and Nigeria is away. But that notwithstanding, we should expect a very wonderful performance from the Ukrainian side.
Yes.
Having a kind of a home advantage, normally say. It kind of supports that they can receive from their home fans. But the Super Eagles are actually are not actually giving up, and they are actually playing to their best for today. So far, so good. It's 21 minutes into the match,
and the Ukrainians are in possession, and Nigerians maintaining their shape. It looks like when Nigerians are actually attacking, they're attacking with a 4-4-2, and then when they are defending with a 4-2-3-1, because the shape is fantastic. They are holding the lines. You can see the lines, and that's not bad. Yeah, exactly. Everybody playing their role.
Keeping their eyes on the ball.
Exactly.
Now trying on the left flank here. Trying to get the ball now. A pass back to keeper.
Yeah. It shows you that Nigeria is holding the line. There's no high line. Holding the line, forcing them to go back. That is very good to see. The Ukrainians are with the ball at the moment. They are trying to test Nigerians out, but Nigeria is still holding their ground. They are passing it into the midfield to their defense, but Nigerians are not budging. And the Ukrainians are still pressing. Some combination passes there from the Ukrainians, and retrieved again by Nigerians. And that's a counter. Can he find Iwobi? That's good. He finds Iwobi. Can Iwobi score this? Iwobi finds him. Oh, he missed it!
This pass by a keeper.
Oh no, Aribo! Aribo missed that
Yes!
That could have been.
That was a great ball from Iwobi. Very great ball from my boy Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi finds Joe Aribo, and Joe Aribo is a save from the goalkeeper.
Very good save there.
It's a good pass from Iwobi and a save from the goalkeeper. And Nigeria still leads 1-0. I almost lost my headset there. And
maybe we should go.
It
looks a bit controversial.
Oh no! Is that a free kick?
There's an infringement there.
Oh my God! That was a mighty goalman scramble from the Nigerians. The Nigerians are showing guts. They are doing very, very well.
Yeah, I think Ekong has something to say there. He's actually moving forward.
Yes, and there's a Ukrainian player on the floor.
Going beyond the line.
No. When he hit the post, came back, and he didn't go beyond. The keeper saved it, but there's a Ukrainian player down.
Again. Now, this is it. Now, the ball actually touched, headed in, and the keeper was able to bounce the ball back.
Yeah.
No, he was able to punch it, and that's it. The last rebound from Nigeria actually did not make any much effect. The keeper was able to.
Yeah, the keeper again. Wow, Nigerians are really. I mean, we've got the height in there, yeah. So,
but the keeper was actually already outside the net. What I mean is actually his legs, 2 legs. Actually.
Yeah, but his hands are over the line, so there's no problem. It's not a goal.
I'm trying to request.
No, we cannot request for that. Yeah.
But the keeper stays there, and the keeper was able to save the ball. So moving on from there.
The Ukrainian player number 20 still having treatment on the sidelines, and the game continues. Ukraine with the possession of the ball. They're stringing their passes as usual, but to no great effect. I'm a Sam biased, I know.
The Ukraine actually.
Zinchenko,
position now we should be see from the screen.
Yeah.
And that's possibly shows more of Nigeria possessing the ball.
Yeah. And Lionel is with the ball now.
Attack again, but that's been intercepted by Ukraine there. And the referee
what? The referee play on. And you guys are with the ball. And they're with the ball. Oh, he blocked by his own player. The ball got blocked by his own player. He will be starting the counter. And Samuel Carlo, and it's a throw-in now to Nigeria. The way Nigerians defend the mass and counter, with pace is amazing. Right. Really amazing.
To the techniques and tactics already, developed by the coach.
But that's a foul. That's a foul.
Mass defense, mass attack, and
that's a foul.
That works for them. And
that is a foul. How did the referee not see that?
Yeah, I guess that should be an infringement. And should be,
that's a foul. But
it seems that the referee doesn't wink his eye at all. He doesn't. He just takes his
I think he's just trying to let the game flow.
Trying to make the officials in the words to make the game look simple, so that it won't be chaotic anyway. So let's have a look again. And the
Nigeria with the possession.
The ball on the line, the center mid here, and pass the ball back to now Ukraine on the left. A very sharp pass there into the box. 18 is there.
The Nigerian couldn't touch the ball into the net. Nigeria escaped there, and number 9 for Ukraine is really frustrated. He couldn't make contact with that great cross. I mean, that's the first time Nigeria has been really opened up in defense.
Because on the left, I think we should have a look at what's going on the
he
right-hand
barely
side
missed it. Yeah, exactly. I think our Lionel got sucked into the ball, and the cross came in. The Ukrainians couldn't get a touch, and that's good covering too from Jamilu Collins as well.
Yeah.
So still 1-0 to Nigeria. Game very, very competitive. Ukrainians back with the ball again after that replay. And can they get it? It's a throw into Nigeria. It's a throw into Nigeria.
Throw into Nigeria. Nigerians now going to take a throw in now. And it looks like there may be possibility of substitution, because I'm not sure whether the player who was on the line was been treated well to return to the pitch.
No, he has. Number 20, he has.
Okay, he's gone back to the pitch. So at the moment, we have is it Shevchenko?
Shevchenko, that's the Ukrainian coach, the legend, the AC Milan legend. I don't think he really did well at Chelsea, so I can't call him a Chelsea legend.
I haven't played most of his time.
Yeah, and that's it. Nigeria countering again. Oh, Samuel Chukwueze gives the ball away.
was trying to give the ball to Alexi Iwobi to counter, and Nigeria retrieved the ball again through Ola Aina. Ola Aina should find. He has found the Chukwueze dribbling in the corner to Nigeria. Is it a corner? Or is it a goal kick? Yeah, it looks like a goal kick to Ukraine. Once again, the replay. Yeah.
Able to, launch a goal, but a good save there by Ukrainian keeper.
And Jaribu was really frustrated with himself for missing that chance. That was a good chance created by Alexi Iwobi.
I'm trying to take a look at what our defense are like. We've got a table there, and I've not really seen much of his impact.
No, he's been in the midfield doing the dirty work.
Well, anyway, it's all about teamwork. Right now, it looks like the center.
Ukraine and it's all for
a little bit getting porous at the moment.
Yeah.
Ukraine was able to make some attempts within a few minutes into the Nigeria, target or danger areas of close to 26 meters to the goal post. Now, Ukraine are now still controlling the main.
That's a replay. That's a replay.
A replay to that, which.
That's a replay.
Equally, if Ukrainian, number 9 Morales was able to get there, he could have been a very good, bright opportunity for them to launch an equalizer. But right now, the match continues, and Ukrainian getting the ball, passes to themselves, but intercepted by Nigeria. A gentle pass to Ajayi. Now get the ball. That's a very good one. A very fine touch from Nigeria now, controlling the midfield.
That's a table there for you.
A table
screening.
Now,
back to Iwobi.
Playing the role of a machine.
Exactly, he's always a machine. He's the engine.
Of the team
he plays with all energy and power.
Oh, that's be a slip from the defense line of Ukraine. Well, Nigeria was unable to, take that advantage. It's half an hour, it's 30 minutes into the match now. Nigeria 1, Ukraine 0. Remember, this is the first international friendly Nigeria is having after playing the Nations Cup. It was in June this year. And right now, the Ukraine now that is a very long pass on the right flank, and
Jamilu Collins has mopped up.
Collins was able to get rid of that. Send the ball out of the pitch, and that's it. That will be a throw in to Ukraine. Ukraine now on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, trying to get the ball, hold on to the ball, so pass the ball back to its teammates. Now getting on the left side here, Ukraine, and the Nigeria now trying to look at it, what's going to happen.
Good one, it will be mops up.
Back to Nigeria. And
a table with some depth skills there. He finds Iwobi. That's a counter. Iwobi, can he go? Can Iwobi drive? Iwobi, can he shoot? Oh, no. Penalty, ref! That's a penalty. Is that not a penalty?
But it looks like an infringement there.
Osimhen is frustrated with Alexi Iwobi for not passing the ball.
He expected that ball to be given to him in time. But
that was a good drive from Iwobi.
Iwobi now very close to that and just try a very long shot. I'm not so sure whether he hit at goal.
Yeah, he was trying to bend it in, but he miskicked the ball.
Yeah, but I can't say that would be a penalty because the ball is out of his already out of his leg, and that
it's a corner kick.
Now corner kick awarded to Nigeria.
He managed to foot it.
What's happening on the pitch today?
I think probably everybody's sleeping.
We've recorded a number of sleeps on the pitch today. I don't know why. Maybe it's too wet. What the temperature is like right there. And the evening could be like that in Ukraine.
Exactly. Nigeria with the ball through Ola Aina. He dribbles into the midfield from defense. Can he find his left man? Yes. That's Samuel Kalu. Can he cut in? That's a penalty, ref.
That's a penalty, yes. That is a penalty to Nigeria. That's a penalty to Nigeria. Samuel Kalu draws a penalty.
Opportunity to Nigeria.
That's a very good penalty. And Shevchenko looks frustrated on the touchline, and the Ukrainians are protesting to the referee. But the replay is on now. And Samuel Kalu tried to cut in, and that's a clumsy challenge from number 21 of Ukraine. That's a very clumsy challenge. Didn't touch the ball. Got the man, got the leg, definite penalty. We wait to see the penalty taker.
That is a clear penalty, and let's see who's going to take the penalty. It's now 33 minutes into the match. Nigeria is now taking its second opportunity.
And that's Osimhen to take the penalty, the number 9 Osimhen. You can see the Nigerian supporters, they're already cheering Osimhen. Can Osimhen, can he score? Let's see. Osimhen, can he score? Yes, it's a beautiful penalty. Bottom corner. Good goal from Victor Osimhen.
I think
2-0 Nigeria.
Everyone's now seem to be very, very happy. And Nigeria now launched the second goal, and that comes in at 33 minutes into the match, and that's it. Nigeria now, proving to their agility and their capability that they have, in terms of an international friendly match, and that's a very good penalty.
Yeah, that's a very good. I mean, the keeper gets right, but the pace on the ball was too much for the keeper. 2-0 Nigeria. The bench is happy. Look at Kelechi Iheanacho there. Everybody's happy. Nigeria, we are one, and supporting one another. Everybody happy. That's good.
And as well as Ezenwa, all there in the substitutes. They're so happy, that the Chiefs are actually doing them proud. And that's it. Nigeria scored the second goal, and the first one come by Chukwueze at 3rd minute, and now second one, a penalty, awarded after the encounter with a very, I would say, very unheavy encounter.
Oh no! Ajayi loses the ball, tries to dribble her from the 18, loses the ball, and the Ukrainians sky the ball through Zinchenko of Manchester City. Still 2-0 to Nigeria.
That's a very interesting match now. So far, so good. Nigeria seems to be in control. Yeah, Nigeria seems to be in control at the moment. It was Aribo. Yeah, the first goal actually was scored by Aribo, but after taking received a very pass from Iwobi on the left flank, and that was a very good one. Aribo launched.
The number 9 of Ukraine is down. I think his game is out. That was the guy that was injured earlier, and I think he's done. His game is done.
Aribo played for Rangers. I told you about his profile. I haven't scored 40 goals, recently in this current league, and has had to his credit 81 appearances. Aribo, plays for Glasgow Rangers. Now he's a 23-year-old, and that is first goal, his first appearance as well, I think, on the national, play for Nigeria.
Yeah.
And that is a very good credit to him. Having scored that 3rd minute, Aribo is very good credit to him to have launched himself into the Super Eagles in a grand style.
So the Ukrainians make a substitution. Number 9 is off for number 18. Junior Moraes is off for Yaramachonk. He's on. Jeremiah got injured with that little bit of collision with Uzoho earlier in the first half, and I think he cannot carry on again. Sorry to see him go. Hopefully the injury is not serious, and we wish him a very speedy recovery. And the game is back on now. Nigeria with the ball. They lose possession to Ukraine, and Ukrainians are countering with pace. Oh no, looks dangerous, but two Nigerians are doubling up on him. Can he get the crossing? Good defending from Semi Ajayi. Good covering by Alex Iwobi as well. And they go now. Alex Iwobi driving, tries to find his teammate, but the Ukrainians defend the ball very well, and Ukraine are back in possession. And Ukrainians are.
The struggle still continues, but now
he's now throwing to Nigeria.
Nigeria.
He's now throwing to Nigeria.
I think Coach Janot is actually impressed by the team's performance so far. And you can see him clapping, on the edge of the
area, trying to ginger the boys. That's how we say it in Nigeria. Encourage the boys. Osimhen has been fouled. Referee, definitely. Osimhen. Referee whips player. And Osimhen is still on the ground. Osimhen is back on his feet now. And the Ukrainians are still in possession. Guess what? Alexi Iwobi retrieves it again.
Iwobi
fine. Oh, he nearly finds Chukwueze, who acknowledges the pass as well. And the Ukrainians are just about to counter Nigerians as well. And possession, good defending by Trustekong. Ukrainian train. Can see on the bench the number 9 of Ukraine receiving treatment after being substituted. Looks like a serious injury. We hope it's not that serious. Well, Ukraine, they're in possession now with Zinchenko of Manchester City. You can see Osimhen really dropping deep to help the defense. That is good to see. And yes, Ukraine are still in possession. Alexi Iwobi trying to do his bit defensively as well. And yeah, the boys are, pretty much in shape. There's no cause for alarm. There's no panic.
It's Nigeria now trying to stay in position now. Ukraine still holding on to the ball. Yeah. Trying to see what way the Ukrainian can try to, break into the Nigerian defense, but unable to. At the moment in Nigeria now seem to be very much alert and an attempt. Nigeria get hold of the ball back on the feet now.
That's Iwobi with the ball. Drags 4 people to him, or they dispossessed him. And the Ukrainians are countering. Good defending Nigeria. Everybody covering for one another. That is good to see.
Yeah, a back pass to Zozo. Now send the ball back in deep, right into the midfield. Now Osimhen now gets the ball back to
Chukwueze. Chukwueze is driving, and he finds Etebo. Everybody's calm on the ball. Everybody just take touches. That's the thing Etebo brings to the game.
Yeah.
He can calm the ball down, and the tempo of the game is a little bit slower. Back to Samuel Kalu, who does he find Jamilu Collins? Jamilu Collins to Alexi Iwobi. Alexi Iwobi to Joe Aribo. Aribo dribbles. Aribo keeps dribbling. Aribo loses his footing at the vital moment. Should have passed the ball in my opinion, because Iwobi was open. But the Ukrainians have the ball and they counter on their own. And wow, that's a good ball from midfield to number 18.
Ukrainians are getting onto the ball. It could have been a very sweet counter-attack, but Nigerians they got back in position.
Exactly.
And that let's see how it goes now. Ukrainian trying to get the ball on the one-to-one, passing the ball back to number 7 jersey.
And
try a shot there.
Aribo covering very well, and even Osimhen dropping deep to cover. Ukrainians still passing the ball around. Nigerians are not phased. And that's a good defensive performance from Jamilu Collins, number 3. And ball is with who? Ola Aino finds Chukwueze, throwing to Nigeria.
Chukwueze is number 13.
Yes.
Played for Villarreal in Spain.
Yes, exactly.
And also have Kalu there, who played for Bordeaux in France. Yeah. We all know Ezenwa is keeper for Atlanta FC.
Yeah, that's my hometown actually. That's my hometown club. I rep for Atlanta for Uri.
Remember, we still have Brian Idowu right there in the substitute.
Yeah, from Russia.
Yeah. Koye also keeper. We expected that possibly
he might have his debut. Yeah. And the Ukrainians out the ball again. Defense standing still for Nigeria, doing very well. But with Kalu, Samuel finds who? Osimhen. Who is helping him? Chukwueze arrives on the scene. Chukwueze is with the ball. Can he find it? Oh, it's a shot on target. The keeper saves it. Again, Nigerians finding great space and openings at the Ukrainian defense. And who's the ball with now? Zinchenko for Ukraine, trying to spur his team on to attack. The Nigerians again, back in numbers, back defending. And the Ukrainians on the right flank, a cross comes in. Oh no, he missed the header. And oh, that's a save from Uzoho. That's a save, double save. Wow. Good saves from Uzoho. And Eton clears the ball. Wow. And Kalu misses it. But I have to applaud Uzoho. Not troubled in the game for the last 42 minutes, but comes up with a double.
Ukraine pass the ball on the right hand flank. Get the ball into the center. Now 26 meters into Nigerian post, trying to get into the already box 18.
Good defensive. Good. Oh no, that's not a corner.
Defense work.
That can be a corner.
It looks like a corner because Nigeria held the ball.
It wasn't a corner. That's why he left the ball.
Oh, he left the ball out?
That's why we left the ball. But let's look at the saves again.
Save.
Yeah, 2 double saves. Good one, Uzoho.
Very good one from Chukwuemeze. But saved by keeper.
So there's corner to
Ukraine. Awarded now, taken by Ukraine.
And again, defending. Good defending by
out of it, and it's going to be thrown into Ukraine. And that's credit to Osimhen. Osimhen was able to head the ball out of danger. Now get the ball quick into, and Nigeria seem to give impression to give Nigeria into pressure, but it doesn't look like Nigeria actually not budged by that. They're trying to get back.
Good ball. That's it. Osimhen retrieves the ball. Can a taper find Iwobi? He does find Iwobi. Iwobi is exactly.
Now, Kalu already overlapping there, expecting that is interception by Ukraine.
Ola is with the ball.
Get the ball back. Now, Nigeria seems to have the control in the midfield. Right? Swinging the ball into the left flank.
That's a good one by Alexi Iwobi.
All right now.
Aribo is with the ball.
Into
and Samuel Kalu.
Yeah, a very good one. Nigeria stay in control. And it's not going to happen, but a back pass to defenders. And Nigeria still sticking on to the ball, holding on to the ball. Ekong. Back to Ola. Back to Ekong. And it all looks very good. Nigeria seem to be very much confident.
Yeah, passing the ball around, probably playing for the halftime whistle so that they can regroup again. But the ball. Oh no! Too close to the keeper, and Osimhen acknowledges that thought and the pass.
2 minutes extra time given.
Yes, and Iwobi again is with the ball. Nigerians are really pressing high, retrieving the ball. Can Iwobi cross the ball? That's a good cross. Oh no, Osimhen couldn't make contact. He's acknowledging Iwobi for that pass. He couldn't make contact. Brilliant ball from Alexi Iwobi. I don't know why Arsenal saw this boy. As an Arsenal fan, I'm complaining on national team radio. Look at the quality passes Iwobi is giving. I don't know why Arsenal saw this boy. Oh no! But
been a very painful one if Nigeria, lost their third goal.
Exactly. That would have been no way back for Ukraine. It would have been game over.
The extra time of first half, and that's it. Now Ukraine they seem to be not fully organized.
Okay, and can he defend that ball? Good one in the corner. He gets a corner of Jamilu Collins, and it's a corner to Ukraine. Just 1 more minute to go of added time.
Yeah, but 1 more minute to go now, and that will be an opportunity for Ukraine to get themselves back into this game. But let's have a look. This corner is now being taken by Ukraine. Now, a very good. Now,
defending by Nigeria, great one. And Samuel Kalu has the bonus on. He is running. Chukwueze is supporting him. Chukwueze. Oh, he slips again at the vital moment. He slipped. He
was actually running too fast. Anyway, take a look at that. It's actually the pace is being very strong. But,
yes, I mean they are taking the game seriously. The competition for places is high.
I've been looking forward to see FTO performance, but I can say his performance has been very impressive so far. I think right in the middle of the first half, he can now come on board, able to take control where Ekong left it.
So it's halftime now. Nigeria 2, Ukraine 0.
And that's it.
Aribo with the first goal. Ideally, he's also wearing number 10.
Making it a very impressive start after the Nations Cup performance. And right now, Nigeria was able to, at the end of the first half, Nigeria, maintain second goal lead against Ukraine, the home
and the second goal from Osimhen. Nigerians are gathered in the center circle for the ceremonial prayers, and we'll be switching back to the studio.
With have a quiz
follow. Kitty, kitty. Oh, baby. Leave him. He doesn't want overripe things. Ah, Dudu by nature. Black is beautiful. Oh, talk today. And the baby is black. Asko. Uche, quickly send me the baby video.
Okay, ma.
Yeah, he's playing.
Oh my goodness. He's loving it. Oh, thank you.
Welcome. Bye.
Data is oxygen. Glow 4G, the new speed of life. Your #1 4G network nationwide. The very best from Glow, the grandmasters of data.
Indeed, that's what we have seen the Super Eagles of Nigeria against their counterpart, talking about the Yellow Men of Ukraine. After 45 minutes of proceedings, it is Nigeria 2, and of course, Ukraine still struggling to score 1. We have got your comments, all of you in there that's sending us messages. Let's tell you this. This is exactly why we are doing this. We are making sure that the Nigerian Football Federation and all that is concerned will begin to have you on mind. We want them to cluster around to understand that those living in diaspora will be able to watch these games live. We want to show these games out there, and this is the only way. We have told them so many times that those in diaspora needs to see this game. Copyright keeps us away, but we want to get in there. We want to show you the game. We want you to see how these games are being played. It is achievable. It is achievable. I can understand your anger, but then again, the Nigerian Football Federation need to play games. We need them to understand that it's important that football lovers want to see these games live. We can only try our best because you will know your pain. My name is Chris Obukwelu. I'm happy that you are still with us. Here with me is Anthony Mwigwe, ex-international, and of course a football agent, Rotimi Adeniji. Guys, we have seen 45 minutes of play. Super Eagles leads by 2 goals to 0.
It's a very, very impressive first half. I must be honest, for a very long time, this is the first time I'm seeing Nigerian team play with a lot of discipline, because throughout the first half that they're playing, they played with a lot of discipline. They had to soak up the pressure from the Ukrainians after the early goal, and then of course, be able to counter-attack and then put pressure on the Ukrainians. We have 2 very fast players, who is this Chukwueze and then Carlo with Seheme and Iwobi, so they are causing a lot of problems for the defense because of their speed. So I think with this first half, Leroy got it right, Shevchenko got it wrong.
Rotimi, what do you have to say? 45 minutes of play, the Super Eagles are rejoicing.
Well, I did see this coming actually. Shevchenko has a lot of work to do if he's going to come back and try and get anything out of this game. Like Anthony said, our boys are playing well. They are very disciplined tactically. They are soaking up the pressure. Zinchenko, that plays in Man City, is not been able to do anything much, although he's playing in midfield here. But our boys are soaking up the pressure and doing a counter-attack. And that is really catching the Ukrainians off guard, because our boys are actually faster.
And they haven't lost in this particular stadium for a very, very long time. The last time they played was against a British side, beating them well. They still have that victory. I don't think they want to give it away. So second half will be something to really watch out for.
Yeah, but the thing is, if we go in by the way they played this first half, if they come out the way and play the same way in the second half, victory will be ours. Nigeria will be victorious in this match, because for the first time, like I was telling him, off camera, I could see the discipline in the players. We're playing the defensive counter-attack movement, which gives us enough time to open up their defense, soaking a lot of them. If you watch, sometimes we have counter-attack. You see 3 of our players with 3 of their defenders, and so because of the early goal that we have and the goals that we're having, the Ukrainians have, thrown all caution to the wind to see if they'll be able to get a goal, and that is exposing them in the defense. So if they continue like that, they're going to bleed.
Rotimi, are you surprised? I mean, the big boys per se are not here. Some of the big boys are not here, and yet those who are called, just like you rightly said, before the first half, he said I believe these guys want to die there and show what they have. And true, they show what they have.
Yes, indeed they are. We still have a good nucleus of the team there. So I was talking to Anthony offline. Somebody like Aribo that is there, probably if indeed he's back, Aribo might be on the bench.
On the bench.
Yeah, but these guys, they are all good enough to be in the starting lineup. That said, I believe they would give a good account of themselves. Even the new boys, when they come in, I'm keen to see new names come up in the second half, because I believe you can do as many substitutions so that we can see what do we have out there that can fit in or replace like a second person to each of those positions on the field. Because all these names that we see here, they are already known names, and I want to see who is there competing in that same position with each of them.
Gentlemen and everybody watching us from where you're joining us, we're indeed delighted to all have you guys join us in here. The Super Eagles of Nigeria leads by 2 goals to nil. They are preparing for their encounter with Togo. General Draw, they say once again, have got it right. This person will argue why is they bringing some players in. But then again, victory is what a fan needs. Let's repeat ourselves. Copyright is making us not give you those games live. And this is why we are pushing, trying all our best to show the Nigerian Football Federation and all that matters that Nigerians in diaspora, some of them are even happy to pay and see this game. They need to collaborate and do these things right. We have been knocking on those doors, and it has been almost all the time been shut. We need the Nigerian Football Association and Nigerian Football Federation to understand that Nigerians living in diaspora want to see the Super Eagles live. Guys, I don't know, I could like you guys to chip 1 or 2 things on this, the diasporans enjoying the Super Eagles now. Not to, running from one end to the other, checking for links that perhaps will not work. Your thoughts?
No, because it's been a very long debate about the national team, giving the rights to 1 or 2 of, TV stations here in abroad to be able to air most of their games. Because everything has to do with the national team. The negotiation has to come from them. They have to open, because we don't know the contract that they have with other people in order to air their matches. So if they are be able to give us an idea of what people that is involved in their contract relaying live games of Nigerian matches anywhere in the world.
So the truth about it is that there is no contract on the table of the NFF that has to do with online. There's no contract on there. Perhaps you can talk about TV, but online there's nothing on it. So we are working on it online to make sure that Nigerians in diaspora see it online. But then again, nobody's having it. Everybody's running from head to scatter looking for a link. But this is why we bring out this program, to tell Nigerian Football Federation it is doable. We are here to help solve out this problem you think is a monster.
So is there no TV contract where they can air it on TV and show it?
Perhaps one should also ask himself, well, how many times have they showed the Nigerian League? I don't want to kill somebody yet.
No, but the Nigerian League sometimes is heard on Super Sports.
Yeah, sometimes. So sometimes, and the right holders put it out there. But perhaps they play 36 matches in a year, but how many is shown?
Yeah, but the thing, because the problem is that the proper people now, Nigeria needs to start looking for the proper people to be able to negotiate all these contracts for us. People go there to negotiate contracts based on their own interests and whatever they will gain. They don't go there to negotiate contract for us that will benefit both the NFF, the Nigerian Football Federation, the LMC, and the league in Nigeria. Because of all this haphazard contract that we have, we're not able to get anything right. So, and not until the right people are being put in place for them to be able to now sort things out for us. Let me give you an example. It's the same thing. Today, we're reaping a benefit of something we didn't know before. When Westerhoff came, Nigeria never knew that we could get contracts for kids for all these things. But Westerhoff came, showed us the way, showed Nigerian Football Association the way. Then we knew that we can go to Nike and get contract. We can go to Adidas and get contract. Things started changing. So let us now, we've come a long way to get to this place. Let us now start doing things right. right in the sense that the right people who have knowledge of all these things should be appointed, irrespective whether they are in football or outside football. They should be appointed for them to help lead Nigerian football forward.
You want to chip in something before we take a break?
Yes, and when I see Nigerian football, sometimes it makes me feel like weeping because when you talk about the league, if you check all the clubs, many of the clubs in the league, they are what you call state-funded. Where is the private sector? A country that is so large, football-loving crowd, football-loving companies out there. Where is the private sector involvement in Nigerian football? Because the private sector will have an idea of how to run football properly. There is nowhere, anywhere in the world, where governments will be sponsoring clubs. It doesn't run that way. The private sector needs to be involved more because they have that understanding, they have that knowledge of how they can promote football both locally and internationally.
We'll be going on a break right now, and of course, when we come back, it will be time for us again to visit Dinapro to see what is happening out there. But for now, quickly take these breaks. When we come back, it will be time for more analysis before Dinapro. Stay with us.
Meritable, Meritable, Nigeria Limited, Emerald, Garden City, Meritable, Nigeria Limited, Emerald, Garden City.
Moses, Dad, my wife told me that you have bought a land and complete a good-looking duplex on it. Yes, from buying the plot to the completion only takes less than 3 months. What about Omonile? Omonile like how? I didn't deal with that. I bought the land from Meritable Nigeria Limited. Meritable? Yes, Meritable. Rachel Onega and Prince Jide Kosoko are the ambassador for Meritable, and these two individuals boost my confidence and trust that make me to buy from them. And that is not all. They even help me in building our new home. I only visit the site on completion to collect our keys and exchange paperwork, which amounts to more than double savings. Usually, for people like us living abroad, you have to take time off work so many times to travel back home to do the work, or the Yahoo contractors will show you big time. Yes, I was wondering, as I always see you every week. Let me tell you, I was in Nigeria for only 4 days and everything is campy. EQS. I didn't lose money by not going to work. Meritable is the best. What about the cost of calling them every day? They use UK number, so you will not be running up the phone bill to call them. I beg, give me their details. Telephone 020-3865-8087 or 081-734-47111. Email info@meritable.com. Their website is www.meritable.com. Meritable Nigeria Limited is the developer for Emerald Garden City Estate Series. You can even pay by installments. Our locations are Shimawa, Ibejuleki, Arepo, Agbara, Ikorodu, Mowe Ofada, and Asheshe. Meritable, build my confidence and trust.
Dear Britain.
Dearest Britain.
Dear old Britain.
We love you.
We love you.
With all your different views on the world.
And your different stories to tell.
Maybe it's your big heart.
Just here's good.
Like BA 100. Your sense of style.
Your sense of adventure.
Welcome to BA 100. Make your way around to the right for us.
The way you pick yourself up when things get tough.
And dust yourself off. Sorry.
BA 100, you're clear for takeoff.
How you follow your own path.
How you tell it like it is.
Politely, of course.
You've led revolutions.
Of all kinds.
Yet you won't shout about it.
It's just not in your nature.
Instead, you'll quietly make history.
Pots.
Buildings. Yorkshire pudding.
Beds.
Discoveries.
UK garage.
Cake. Rabbit.
Ideas.
Honey. And rather a lot of tea.
We love you, Britain. You make us who we are.
Welcome back. It's still a live analysis of the big game between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and their counterpart, Yellowmen from Ukraine. 2-0 after 45 minutes of play. And the Nigerian team have shown that they can truly hold their own. It is ABC Sports live broadcast all the way from the Heritage TV studios. Yours sincerely, Chris Obukwelu, with Rotimi Adeniji, and of course, S International Anthony Mwigwe. We have been dissecting the game, looking at possibilities. And it's heartwarming that Jadet Raw he's truly giving his best and doing well. I mean, after the third place game in Egypt, most of us were beginning to wonder, is he really the right coach for the Super Eagles of Nigeria? Because before they failed to Algeria, it was painful because that game looked it looked more of a win than a loss for the Super Eagles before Ramirez collapsed us. Is this man truly the Messiah?
When you talk of Messiah, you're talking of somebody. He's been how many years now in Nigeria? Almost 3 years, thereabout. So the problem is, for me, is that we don't have the right facilities to help a coach succeed in Nigeria. And if we don't put those facilities in place, anybody coming in is going to struggle. There's a lot of mismanagement in terms of Nigerian football, and that has been costing us a lot of things in terms of our players, in terms of the coaches that will go about. And also is because of the dependent on government finance, it is forcing us not to get the right coaches that we were supposed to get. It's not that Nigeria is not rich enough to be able to finance that, but when you look, if they are able to produce, if they are able to make their own money, generate their own fund, the NFF, they can be able to comfortably go and get a reputable coach that will help build the football from scratch to the top. What we are getting now is a make-fit coach who is going to just give us we just want an instant result now, and that in the long term doesn't help us. And so that's where we are, and that's what the present coach is. He's trying to fix a problem, but we need a coach that will go to the root of the problem, fix the problem, and then start building the Nigerian team forward.
Rotimi, let's go back to the game. I mean, expectations for second half. What do we truly want the Super Eagles to come out with? They've sparkled in the first half. Should they remain same, or should the tactics change? Or do we just sit and watch what Shevchenko will bring through before any heightlings?
Well, I would say Nigeria should just remain as they are. If they have their tactics right, they should wait for Shevchenko to throw the first die and see what is going to change before they start introducing their changes. Because if they're going to play the way they played the first half, I don't see Ukraine getting anything out of this game. So tactically, I think Nigeria has gotten it right. So it's left for Ukraine to show that they have something to bring.
What's the problem with Ukraine right now? Because the last game, 3-0, wow. One could say, I mean, there's this anxiety of, they've been playing a good run. So, of a sudden, Super Eagles just, came from, perhaps, one could say nowhere. And some Ukrainians will tell you, an African team trying to beat us. The last time the Super Eagles played with Ukraine, it was 1-1, but that was in a junior side. I mean, it's surprising, I have to say. They didn't see this coming.
Well, like I said, yes, and I agree with you. And I think, first of all, that early goal left them shell-shocked. So trying to recover from that early goal is making them probably not to focus on, let's get this game, let's hold this game down and not concede any more goals. So tactically, I think they have more to do. And there might be that belief, although FIFA rankings sometimes shouldn't matter much. They're higher than us in FIFA rankings, but we've shown today that we can actually hold our ground and play with any team in the world.
I mean, the second half is nearly on its way or has since begun. We need to go back to Dino Pro. What's your last word before we just visit Dino Pro?
I think we should continue the way we are continuing. We need the Ukrainians to show us first what they have in the second half for us to be able to react to it. So if we continue the way we are continuing, it depends if Shevchenko is going to make one or two changes. If they make one or two changes, the coach should at least give the players the next 10 minutes to see what's happening on the pitch and then react to whatever Shevchenko throws at them.
Good. Gentlemen, this is it now. So we will be returning back to Junior Pro 2 where the game is since began. We will come back to then dissect and just to see the game. It makes them happy, and of course, why not? Why can't you support your team wherever you are in the world? This is the passion, and this is why I decided that we have to come together and do this to show Africans, Nigerians, that this is doable. Anyway, enough said now. It's time for me to return you back to Dino Pro. We'll get to it from. Stay with me.
Number 17, Kalu is still down. Kick the ball out. He's really injured. Kick the ball out. He will be showing good strength there. He will be home, my boy. Good boy. Samuel Kalu is still down. He might need medical treatment. But try to cut. Oh, that's a stand. That's a penalty.
Actually, it's on
That's a penalty.
The ball is still high. The equipment take place on the line. If I take a critical look at that, and that show possibility of awarding penalty kick to Nigeria, but it looks like the referee is looking the other way. And
Nigerian substitutes number 20. The Nigerian substitutes stretching their legs.
Now a table back on his feet. Wonderful performance. CBA will be a very good shot there. Let's go wide. Very good shot, but it's gone wide. The post. Nigeria seem to be, continue to, hit on the Ukrainian counterparts, and it looks like the game still on for Nigeria. Nigeria now we are in the 53 minutes into the match, and that's it's still Nigeria 2, Ukraine 0, right there at Dini Pro Arena. Ukraine now holding on to the ball in the midfield. A gentle pass to teammates. Ukraine send the ball out. Now Nigeria get the ball to defense line. Now
Collins is with the ball.
That's Kalu. Now back to Osme give the ball.
Collins is going. Can he find Kalu? Kalu, good
give
boy.
the ball to Kalu.
To Iwobi.
Iwobi now inside the back side. Very left.
Oh, keeper saves the ball.
Now safely caught by the keeper. Osme actually rolled into the camera.
Yeah. Iwobi. That's determination for you.
That is for sure. Actually, Iwobi seems to be very fit. Fitness. He has recorded a couple of goals with Everton since the start of the
headers as well. Yes, and the Ukrainians are attacking, and they find a cross.
Oh, that was a very good defense
by Kong, and Ukrainians get a corner.
Corner kick's been awarded.
That's Yarmolenko of West Ham, number 7. Trying to drive him, but defended very well by the Nigerians. And it's a corner, and Nigerians clear their lines through Seaman. That's a wonderful clearance.
Trying to get this off me.
So it's a free kick to... What's the referee doing? He gives the ball.
Now the ball back to Ukraine. They're taking the ball. There'll be substitution here, and that it looks like that will be done in a few minutes, in a few seconds, I guess. Ukraine are getting on the ball.
Ukrainians with the ball, back in their defense, trying to drive through the midfield at the moment. Osimhen trying to close down as well, almost got the ball. Ukrainians spreading the ball, and I can see the crowd bringing out their phones to create a scene. I see the torchlight.
Torchlight on the field at the arena, Dnipro Arena.
That's a good atmosphere.
It's been brought to life here. You can see a number of fans now, dishing out their mobile phones, showing a sign of support to their home team. And Nigeria back on the ball.
That's a good ball.
Very good one. It's a wonderful performance. Very good one. The keeper getting there. was able to save
Chikwueze
that.
was actually trying. That wasn't the part of Osimhen. He was trying to drive in and he lost the ball, and the goalkeeper retrieves the ball, and it's a goal kick to Ukraine, which they've taken, and they are trying to pass her from the back as well. And Zinchenko of Manchester City is with the ball. He gives it to Yarmolenko of West Ham. Well, that's a quick transition down the right. But Joe Aribo is covering expertly for Nigeria. And back to Zinchenko. And it's a
very good opportunity for them to launch. Unlucky.
No.
That was unlucky.
Ukraine missed it. They missed it, and Ekong comes out with the ball. And Nigerians ease the pressure in the defense. Back in the midfield with Iwobi. Oh no! Iwobi gives the wrong back pass. That Olaino couldn't collect.
Now you get the ball back. Get hold of the ball. And
that's a good
referee says
that's good defending.
Play on.
That's good defending. The Ukrainians were diving. Easy diving, and Nigerians are out with the ball, and it's a throw into Nigeria now. And wow, that was the Nigerians. They were lucky there. You know, that's a good pass from Zinchenko to Yarmolenko. Yarmolenko couldn't finish, and no one of them could tap in the ball before Ekong cleared the lines for Nigeria. Nigeria's blush is spared there. Still Nigeria 2, Ukraine 0. And the boys are doing really well, and Ukraine getting a substitution. So West Ham Yarmolenko is off.
Yarmolenko off now. Marlos back in.
Is on number 11, and the game is still on. Like I said earlier, 2-0 to Nigeria. Chukwueze is with the ball now after a long pass from Jamilu Collins, and Chukwueze beats his man expertly. He's driving.
Chukwueze on the right in the box.
It's first touch. He's still with the ball. He's still with the ball. Drop it for
Iwobi.
Iwobi.
Very good one. Very good attempt. But he missed it.
He had 3 people in the 18. That was a little bit selfish from Chukwueze. Chukwueze should have assisted the ball. Had 3 players supporting him in the 18. Just pick out one of them. Wow, and then he went on his own. A bit of selfish play from him. Still 2-0 to Nigeria. Nigeria getting the chances. Oh, he just missed the goal by inches. Osimhen not too happy with him, but he's apologizing.
He could probably have given his ball to his teammate. There got 2 of them already waiting for him in the box 18. You know,
exactly.
For Osimhen to have give them a pass that would have launched Nigeria into the 3rd goal.
Exactly.
I still 59, getting to 59 minutes in the match now. Now Ukraine are stepping the ball forward on the right flank here, but Nigeria seems to have get hold of the ball. Seems to be in the control.
And Nigeria throw a line to a table holding off.
That as an infringement, and it looks like a kick is being awarded to Nigeria. It's going to be awarded to Nigeria.
Yeah. Jamilu Collins moves with the ball to Samuel Kalu. Kalu checks back. Gives it to Joe Aribo. Aribo watches. Gives it to Ajayi. Ajayi to Trust Ekong. Ekong, who does he find? A table to Ola Aino. Ola Aino moves with the ball. Gives it to Chukwueze. Chukwueze to Ola Aino. Ola Aino to Chukwueze. They release the ball to the Ukrainians who are now attacking from the left.
What's going to happen here? It looks like a deliberate attempt.
No, that's not a foul.
He's back on there.
That's not a foul.
It looks really like an infringement. That actually happened very close to the box 18, but it's not going to be a penalty. But it's a foul against Nigeria. A free kick needs to be taken right there. It looks very close on the edge of the line. But there's a minimal touch there.
No, he didn't touch him.
It shouldn't be. Well, if it will be taken, and possibility, this free kick is going to be a very deadly one for Nigeria. Very dangerous one for Nigeria now. This free kick being awarded, against Nigeria.
We'll be trying to organize the defense, showing some leadership there. Being set now by Nigeria. And migrants are taking the free kick, getting ready. Oh, that's a wonderful save from Zoho.
That was
very wonderful save, and it's a corner to the Ukrainians. Zoho showing bits and doing bits in there. It was an easy save. It was just You expect us all to save that.
Yeah.
And clearance again from Osimhen from the corner from Ukraine, and it's a throw-in, and Ukrainians get their throw-in. It's a good free kick, but it just didn't really trouble the keeper. It was an easy save for him.
That was a very good save by Uzor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, very good one. And that could have been the opportunity for Ukrainians to get back into the match. Well, still miles away.
Aribo showing strength there for his team. He's possessing the Ukrainians, and it's a ball back to the Ukrainians. And Aribo again, he's just into every tackle. That's a good one, you know. And Nigeria regroup again, but the ball is with the Ukrainians, and the Ukrainians are moving with the ball. Again, Nigeria dispossess them. Ball with Alexi Wobi. Can I pick out a pass? Or he loses the ball to the Ukrainians. And Ukrainians are moving with the ball again. Down the left flank of Nigeria. And Lionel mops up the ball. Back to Alexi Wobi, who releases the ball to Osimhen.
This is an opportunity for Nigeria now. They could have made the opportunity to launch. Finish off with this game.
He gives it to Samuel Kalu skies the ball.
Just missed that goal. Good opportunity for him. He sent the ball off wide the post, and that is actually really, really very lucky to him.
Unlucky. But that should have been a shot on goal. He was going for placing, and
the ball was well placed for Kalu, but he missed that. He just sent the ball away.
Still 2-0 to Nigeria. Good game of play so far.
Yeah, 63 minutes into the match. Ukrainians are now getting hold of the ball on the right flank. Taking it easy. Ukrainians hold on to the ball. A gentle pass there to his teammates.
And they are just, trying to move the ball, trying to move Nigerians around, but Nigerians are showing the usual discipline and commitment.
I can see more of a rigid, very, very good defense work here, because every attempt made by the Ukrainians, have been met with very strong, defense, and we see how it goes. Nigeria still taking the lead, 2-0, and this is a national friendly match taking place at Dnipro Arena.
Oh, that's a good one. Now Osimhen mops up the ball. I'm trying to find his teammate who gets dispossessed, but Etobo retrieves the ball. Back to Etobo again from Olaino. Olaino finds Semi Ajayi. Semi Ajayi to Jamilu Collins. Collins back to Semi Ajayi. Nigeria's moving the ball around very well. Ekong holds the ball now. Ekong drives. Who does he find? Olaino to Alexi Wobi. Alexi Wobi tries to beat him and loses the ball.
Trouble out there at the front. He's giving a lot of trouble. You can
Alexi Wobi. Yeah, he is a quality player. The boy knows what he's doing. And again, Alexi Wobi retrieves the ball now.
And he actually gets hold of the ball. Getting the ball in the technical area.
Forward, and he loses the ball again. And Osimhen was free, at least, for him to give the ball to, but probably didn't lift his head in time. The boys with the Ukrainians now, and Etebo tries to retrieve the ball. Ukraine
the midfield.
Exactly.
Getting the ball now, moving the ball, advancing forward. Now get a gentle pass. Ukrainian close to the inside box 18. We will make an attempt, but that was perfectly, defended by strong Ekong.
That's Ekong. Good defending by Troost Ekong. The Nigerian skipper for the day. Troost Ekong doing his job well. Dependable defender.
That is brilliant. The way he's able to, get the ball out of, and I believe it's going to probably be, it's going to be corner kick.
No, it's a goal kick.
It's a goal kick to Nigeria. That was brilliant. A brilliant defense there.
And the Ukraine make a change. Kovalenko is out. Number 20, Kovalenko has got it there for Buyaski.
Buyaski now in. Buyaski jersey number 14. for Ukraine.
And Samuel Kalu dispossessed of possession. Ukraine with the ball now. And Nigeria pressing really high. We can see Alexei Iwobi trying his best to retrieve the ball. The ball is still with the Ukrainians. Ukrainians passing the ball around. Back to number 21 of Ukraine. Back to the defense. They are trying to progress the ball into the midfield from, they are trying to play outside from the back as well, just like Nigerians as well. Shevchenko is a good player, obviously trying to get his team to play football like it should be played. And Ukrainians are still with possession, passing the ball around, trying to draw the Nigerians out to no avail. Number 14, Boyaski.
Boyaski now getting the ball. It's a new substitute now coming in now. Getting the ball now. It seems to be back to his 11 jersey. Back to the center midfield position. Now,
finds his left back. They got it in, but Trustek Congo is there to mop up. And back again to the Ukrainians. They are with the ball. But, like I said earlier, there's no pressure on Nigerians at all.
Yeah, they seem to be in control. Getting hold of the ball now in the defense line. Now, getting the ball now. Getting the ball forward now. But get out of Kalu get the ball right before he roll out of the pitch of the line. Now.
Alexei Iwobi, wow! He dribbles 3 players there with some body movement.
Yeah, actually, he has to show his, actually, his, I would just say, his experience actually, and he's a quality player. I would say, he's actually, having, made a lot of brilliant performance at his former club, Arsenal. So Alexei Iwobi is one of the elite players in Europe at the moment. So we should give him that credit for that.
Exactly.
Actually, they think what we can miss, what Nigerians we seem not to be missing is the absence of the long-time players of Super Eagles, members of Super Eagles, Igalo and Mikel Obi. But we are not actually, this team actually not missing the big ones. Now, this is actually to tell you that the Super Eagles actually,
Alexei Iwobi
is now coming off now. He's coming off the pitch.
68 minutes, got 1 assist as well for his troubles.
He has done really, really well, and that first goal is masterminded by Alexei Iwobi, and that was the goal was called by Aribo in the 3rd minute into the match at the Dnipro Arena. So credit to Alexei Iwobi.
Is out for
we got number 4 jersey for Nigeria, which is going to hit. I'll take a look at that again. Could be probably be major. We expect to have
ACT on.
ACT is back on now here. Yeah, ACT is now back on. I've substituted for Alexei Iwobi. He did really well. He actually, I expect him to actually get the captain. Ekong was given the captain for this match, but it's actually
that's senior players.
Wow, that is now Nigeria gets hold of that, get the ball out of danger.
With the ball.
Now Ukrainian if they compose themselves right there close into the box, Nigeria against Nigeria. Now
the ball on the left
side, very close. A very short one being blocked.
That's a good block again by ETC. And who is there? Chukwueze countering the ball, dribbling his.
That is brilliant. Now sending the ball close there into the front there to Osimhen. Osimhen now get the ball right in the box 18. Get the ball back. But being cleared by the Ukrainians.
Just last the defending from the Ukrainians. If not, that should be a goal from Chukwueze. And the ball there. Trying his best to mark. And
now position stays 45. Nigeria and Ukraine has been 55.
Doing by the position. And Zichenko is with the ball. Jamil Collins recovers brilliantly, but Zichenko still dispossesses him. And we have number 11 Marlos trying to dribble ACT. Marking him closely, watching the ball closely, and this is what we want to see from Nigeria. And Nigeria closing down as usual. Nigeria again with Ukraine with the number 11. He gives the ball to Aribo. Aribo, can he find his man? Aribo, wow, driving with the ball. That's good. And back to Chukwueze. Nigerians are trying to calm the ball down, and they are doing that successfully. The city seems to be showing himself, at the moment.
Yeah,
actually, out of everything.
Yeah, it's actually brought strength to the team. Being the substitute that comes up, in this second half, the first substitute Nigeria is making, and that's actually to even give them more courage and even the strength to continue what they've started. And the job is not yet finished. Nigeria now holding on to the ball, and we're going to have a substitution on the side of Ukraine.
Yeah.
Now, a very good, intelligent pass there, right in front to Osimhen. Osimhen again the ball, but he's frustrated. He was actually frustrated. I think referee, I don't know what happened there, but it just happens that their possibility, which is not yet understood, as their will be substitution.
Moses Simon is warming up to get on. We are here to see who is coming on for, but Moses Simon is warming up to come on now.
Now,
Ukraine have made a substitution. Shepley is on. Number 10, Shepley is on. And Nigeria trying to make their own substitution as well. And then Koloplyanka is on as well for Ukraine. You remember Koloplyanka? He played very well in Champions League. And Samuel Kalu is off for Moses Simon. Samuel Kalu had a very good game. Drew the penalty as well for the second goal. And that's
Samuel Kalu played for Bordeaux in France, and he has done very well on this match. Yeah. Very good performance. And now Simon is back on. Who is substituted for Samuel just now?
No, Samuel is still on. Samuel Kalu is off. Yeah. Samuel Chukwueze is still on.
Yes, Chukwueze is still on. We got two Samuel Kalu and Samuel Chukwueze. Chukwueze is still on the match. Just making the ball.
Gets possessed, and Ukraine, they are with the ball, trying their best to progress from the defense to the midfield. Nigerians are still keeping their shape. Well, you can see the midfield general there at a table, parading everywhere, making sure that everybody is being policed.
Yeah, they have been mapping Macron 101, because you can see that. Yeah, and the spread of the players on the pitch shows that Nigeria seem to keep an eye on the ball, even though the ball is being now held on the possessed by the Ukrainian, passing the ball to their teammates, making an attempt. Marlos now dribble the ball. Now was able to dribble the Nigerians. Now he wasn't able to dribble the Nigerians, and Moses get the ball back.
Doubling up on him,
and that's. Yeah, a very good tactical struggle there, but the ball went out of, and it's going to be thrown into Ukrainian.
Jenko there of Manchester City trying to take the throw in, looking for a teammate, finds a teammate, and the ball is in the possession of the Ukrainians. Ukrainians with the ball, and they're trying to spread it from their own side.
I think they must have getting the drive or straight for somewhere now. They are trying to, this second now.
Good recovery from online.
That's a very good one. Very good one.
And Aribo, that's a good one. Aribo with the ball.
That is a very good help he
got
from his teammates. That's a perfect
debut for him for Nigeria, with the goal and the commanding performance in midfield.
This is on the line.
Moses Simon tries to dribble his man. The referee doesn't give him a free kick. He stands up.
Moses Simon is now coming in, the one who came in for Kalu. Yeah. Right. So we got Moses Simon back on.
And Aribo pressing high. Ball is in with the Ukrainians. And Ukrainians are trying to, check out the Nigerians. The game is now 75 minutes gone.
Yeah.
15 more minutes to play.
15 more minutes, and Nigeria taking the lead 2-0.
And Ukraine 0.
In the first, there's 2 goals scored in the first half. Nigeria seemed to be more confident, actually take more control of this match.
FIFA rankings by the time it comes out. We went to Ukraine, we won away from Ukraine. Ukraine.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
It should help our rankings as well.
Possibly, yeah. This will take into account number of their performance, at international stage like this, friendlies, and also international competitions. So that's taken into account. But Nigeria seems to be doing very well. Has been the number 3 in Africa currently. Now, Ukrainian getting the ball, passing to his teammate there. Nigeria seem to be giving the impression that there's no cause for alarm here.
Yeah.
You can see them well positioned, and everyone, keeping a very good height on the ball. Now Ukrainian trying to make a kind of an attempt to get back on the game. Very good shot there, but it's been dismissed by Nigerian defender.
And Chukwueze tries to bring out the ball, but loses it again.
Ukrainian now getting hold of the ball. Now that is possibly an opportunity for Ukrainian, because Nigeria seems to be leaving the defense line a little bit porous this time. But let's have a look. Now Ukrainian making another attempt, just now on the right flank. Now they've been marked one by one. Ukraine seem to get back onto this game now. They're trying to make series of onslaughts against Nigeria. But Nigeria still stand their ground, and they are not ready to give up. It's 2-0, Nigeria 2, Ukraine 0. But Ukraine trying to make an attempt here. Send the ball on the right flank. You expect a cross from there. Yes, cross gave into the box 18, and that's a good attempt. That's a goal, and that's it. Ukrainian 17 just able to score, and that is the first goal, and that will be Ukrainian first goal for Shevchenko team now, having scored against Nigeria now, and it comes at the 77 minutes into the match, and Nigeria 2, Ukrainian 1. And I think it seems to be Nigeria seem to be relaxing at that very moment. They seem to have lost the grip of the situation. That's why I give opportunity to see this again in the replay. And that's it. Oh, actually, the keeper went to get the ball. Kind of a leg over there, and that's it. When the cross gave him, and what do you expect? Very good, brilliant one from the Ukrainian side.
Ukraine scored 2.
Oh, that is another very good one.
They just scored 2.
It does seems like another.
They just scored 2.
This could have been the second goal for Ukrainian now. But what happened is the referee was able to spot an handball there. Otherwise, it would have been an equalizer.
Is it a handball?
But let's have a look at it. That will be shown to us now in a minute. It looks like that could have been the second goal by Ukrainian, and to make the result even now.
Oh, the referee gives it. It's a 2-2. 2 goals in 1 minute.
Well, that is being given, despite the fact that they complain of a handball there. But
2 goals in 1 minute.
Let's have a look again. Within the minutes, Nigeria seem to have lost the grip, and that's it. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Oh, the ball actually hits Ukrainian's hand. In our attempt by keeper. It shouldn't be a goal. It shouldn't be a goal, and it's actually.
It shouldn't stand.
Handball, but I'm not sure whether the VAR needs to be, introduced in this friendly match. But it looks like Nigeria has been robbed of the opportunity to take a very good lead in this match. Now it's 2-2. Nigeria 2, Ukraine 2. The 2 goals comes in within a minute, and that's it. Shortly after, passes was taken in the mid, and that's it. Nigeria seems to be at par now with Ukraine. It's still now 80 minutes into the match, and Nigeria 2, Ukraine 2. Maybe an attempt by Nigeria could recover from this. Let's see how it goes. Maybe Nigeria could actually launch themselves back and
Nigeria
to take.
Has been in control of this match almost throughout, and then
this will be a concern to the Generals' side for having lost 2 goals within a minute, and like some of the analysis being had by our analysis.
Oh, now the Ukrainians are back again, and Ozomo manages to mop up this one, but I think he gets a boot for his troubles.
There should be a reason for Nigerian coach to make changes, probably at the right time, possibly, because from my observation, it looks like Nigerian side seems to be losing the grip, and that's why they're able to, lose that 2 goals, within their in a minute. And
a City again got beat for that goal. He should have put down that play. Sometimes you take one for the team.
Well, Ukraine seem to be back now. They're fully back into the game. And Nigeria 2, Ukraine 2. 81 minutes now to go. And that's it. We got like less than 10 minutes. A good attempt there.
Oh, he missed it again. Chukwueze with the shot. And he missed it, and he's really
But we
frustrated
should
with himself.
I understand the fact that Nigeria's got so many opportunities, they create chances.
Just missed the goal by
but
whiskers.
unable to take most of the chances they created, and that has resulted.
And Chukwueze has been substituted for number 11.
Chukwueze half now. And
Bonaventure is on.
Bonaventure is back on now. There's no celebration now in the camp of Nigerian side.
Since the substitution, looks like our tempo dropped a little bit, and they scored 2 goals. Even me as a commentator, I'm shocked.
Obviously, it's human. It's human to have that kind of a feeling, you know, when you would expect, the side that is actually making a brilliant, show of the game, and they are actually losing the grip now. And Nigeria is not done yet. Let's have a look again. Nigeria seems to be back on control now.
Good ball.
Now, okay, now get the ball intercepted by Nigeria. Now there's a foul there.
2-2.
Ukrainian now getting another kind of a style to get a long ball into the box 18. Now Ekong is there. Now you got 3-4 defenders now, and now if opportunity is given to take a shot there, but it's been repelled by Nigerian. And now this is what Nigeria need to learn a lot of things from this game now, because they actually looking at Sim. Now opportunity given to Osimhen in the right front. Now got two speakers there.
He lost his footing.
No, he is actually frustrated for that to have been booked
for this.
For having booked, but it looks like Osimhen has not really done anything that was there, because there's no attempt for him. He's not actually pushing his opponents. He's being pushed by his opponents and trying to get hold of the ball. And there's nothing. I think it's being booked because of his behavior to have express it in that way. His frustration at the referee, at the officials. So anyway, it's still Nigeria 2, Ukraine 2. Remember, it's international friendly, and this was put to test the team performance after the especially Nigerians' performance at the Nations World Cup, and a lot of lessons to be learned in this.
Of course, yes. I mean, the friendly. Can't take it the result too badly if he ends in a draw. We've given a good account of ourselves. Obviously, some referee decisions didn't really go our way, but we can't really complain. The 2 goals were clear goals. No, the second one was
and that's Bonaventure.
The Ukrainian player just received treatment, and the game will still restart. 84 minutes, 6 minutes to see if Nigerians can get the victory. 6 minutes is a long time in football.
That 6 minutes still. It's very long, I would say, because anything could happen. If it's just a minute to the end of the match, anything can happen.
I see some Super Eagles trying to make some substitutions at the moment, and
you got a number of fresh.
That's Awaziem is trying to come on. Oh, looks like Trust is injured.
Ekong is back on the floor.
Yeah, he's on the floor. And probably will be replaced by Chidozie Awaziem. You don't like to see that, Players on the ground like that.
Awaziem plays for Porto in Portugal, FC Porto in Portugal. It's likely to come in for, Trust Ekong now.
He's now in Leganes. He's now in Leganes with Omero. Leganes of Spain.
He's right now with
Leganes of Spain.
Okay, so Awaziem actually, I think he once played for Porto.
He played for Porto last year.
Before. Okay, moving on.
Leganes of Spain. Hopefully Ekong is not too injured. He's giving a good account of himself today. The 2 goals we considered, we are unlucky, but these things happen in football.
Yes, one of those things that happens in football. You expect what you need to account for is the overall performance of the team. And that's, to me, I think Nigeria has not done really badly, even though those 2 goals are really very disheartening. But at the same time, The match is still on. It's still got like 4 minutes, 86 minutes now. So we still have plenty of time for us to see who probably will take the lead or win this game. It's Nigeria 2, Ukraine 2. 2 substitutions now by my Nigerian side. Ekong is going out and he's going to give his captain badge to
Etebo is the next
Etebo. Etebo took over from Ekong
as a captain, and
yeah, the cheering crowd from Ukraine, cheering their home team for able to come back from 2-0 and it's a good thing for them to because that would be very embarrassing. But in international football, you would expect things like this.
Recovery as well. He was injured. I wish him a speedy recovery. Game has restarted. There'll be a large chunk of added time because of the stoppages. And Awazem gets his first fill of the ball. And
gets the ball in a danger position.
Manages to kick out the ball as well. And still Nigeria 2, Ukraine 2. And Awazem telling his goalkeeper to calm down a little bit. He was under pressure there. He did too much with the ball. Nigeria his possession to Ukraine.
Yeah.
Ukraine with the ball now, and they come in field again. They're trying to win this game. Nigeria standing resolute. Hopefully, Nigeria wins the game because
that's very positive. Let's be positive about it. Of course, it's possible. So, a number of attempts has been made. Nigeria making 70 goal shots, attempt at goals, and attempts on target is 8 and 7. By Ukrainians. And it's still a good fit for Nigeria. Nigeria made a very good impression, very good outing here. And
Nigeria retrieves the ball in defense. Back to the goalkeeper. Uzoho clears his lines. 88 minutes gone now. Back to Etebo. Etebo to Osimhen. They lose the ball. Nigeria recovers. Etebo with the ball again. Etebo tries to drive infield, gives it to Moses Simon. Moses Simon driving as defender and gets dispossessed again. And Ukrainians retrieve the ball and they are moving in.
It seems
and Joao Aribo trying to close down his marker. And back to the Ukrainians. They are moving with the ball. Moving intelligently into Nigeria's half.
Remember, these 2 goals come, from Ukrainians actually came in after the substitution after Alex Iwobi is out of the pitch. That's why. So
a lot of substitutions happen.
And seems to see the influence of it.
Ukraine dropped the free kick at the edge of Nigeria's half.
Now.
They draw the free kick at the end of Nigeria's half, and
it's an infringement now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a free kick there. It's in dangerous position.
Well, TC gives away the ball again.
Yeah, very close to box 18. Ukraine has the chance.
Clumsy tackle.
It's just on the edge of 90 minutes now into the match, and actually it's still to Nigerian 2. And a free kick will be taken right there, close to box 18 line, and Ukraine is about to take the free kick, which obviously Nigeria seem to be ready, to defend at all costs, because having been leading in 2 goals at the first half, and they lost those 2 goals again out to Ukrainian in the second half. Free kick to be taken now. Now it's already 90 minutes. Yeah. Now 4 minutes extra time given. At the time, 4 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
And that free kick been taken by
No, he leaves it for Yamilenko. That's a very good save. Good save. And Bonaventure tries to clear his line. Is a throw in to Nigeria. Quality save by Uzoho. Yamilenko tried to squeeze the ball into the near post of Uzoho.
Yeah, let's see that
Uzoho was
again.
alert to save that ball. Easy save for him as well. Not Yamilenko, it's Kopolenka. Again, Nigeria makes a substitution. Osimhen is out for Maja. Maja is
now here for
Osimhen. He gets a debut goal as well. We are hoping in this last couple of minutes, Nigeria to get a goal.
Still in the extra time. Nigeria 2, Ukraine 2.
And Maja trying to press as usual.
Good one. Nigeria seem not to have performed badly at all. It's quite impressive, though the scoreline seemed to be, on this at par with Ukraine, but Nigeria actually did really, I would say, the spirit's still there. Exactly. Just like they did in the first half. Now getting hold on to the ball, moving the ball forward, and the right flank by Ola. Now I lost the ball, being intercepted by two of Ukrainians, and it's a free kick awarded, to Nigeria. That is actually two of them, taking a very close mark and actually very dangerous. But a free kick has been awarded, and Nigeria is going to take this one. Could it be the final free kick to be taken now?
Simon with the free kick.
Simon taking it. Launch the ball into the box 18. Now a good header here. Good opportunity. Oh, what a brilliant opportunity, but it's been saved by the keeper.
Saved by the keeper. That shot was a little bit weak for me. He should have.
He makes good turning there, but the keeper, sets his eyes on the ball. And it's still 2, Nigeria 2, Ukraine 2. And with that, it's still, we are already in the added minutes, 4 minutes almost gone by. Nigeria seem to be still in search of goal to take this as honorable for them to be able to win this match. I've been taking the very, very good, margin 2-0 lead, ahead of Ukrainian, and it just looked like Ukrainian now getting onto the ball now towards the end of their added minutes. Ukrainian getting the ball into the box of the Nigeria side, but defenders was able to get the ball out of the danger zone. Well, all hopes not lost. Nigeria seem to be very, keen at, use any this last minute opportunity to possibly, launch their lead. Now the ball still, Ukrainian taking on the possession of the ball, send the ball on the right flank, back to his teammates, just number 9. 11, Malos. He send the ball. Now, brilliant. It could be opportunity, but it's an offside. And it's offside. It's an offside. It's an offside. Offside has been spotted by the linesman, and that's it. Well, so I think he did very well there. He actually, I can see his improvement in terms of, actually his performance so far in the national team has been very impressive. Right from he has been to the 2 Nations Cup now. And that actually gave him a very bright opportunity to be number 1 Nigeria goalkeeper. Well, I've been to the World Cup, and the Nations Cup.
That's the final way. So
handshakes and hugging, it's a brilliant performance by the 2 teams. Nigeria 2, Ukraine 2. Right there at Dnipro, the goal scored 34 minutes by Osimhen, Ayodele Aribo at 4 minutes, and Jechenko 78 and Yarechuk at 79 minutes. It's 2 to Ukraine
go back into the studios with Chris and the
Chris and the analysts can now take on. Stay tuned and enjoy more. So I give the analysis of how the match went.
Of play. The Super Eagles of Nigeria confronting their counterparts, the Yellow Men of Ukraine. And it was first half, Super Eagles looked really, prettily good. But second half again, the Ukraine showed that it was their home. Indiscipline, if you ask me, and loss of concentration, if you can also put that in the kitty. Made sure that the total victory doesn't go to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. 2-2 it ended after 90 minutes of proceedings. We will be dissecting all that happened in there. We still have some time with us, so that simply means that we will be staying with you, furthermore before we say good night to you or good morning wherever you're watching us from. Remember, two lucky people will have to talk to us, so get close to your phones, because the number will still come to you, and you get to speak to us and tell us what you think about the game, or perhaps your analysis, or when you have heard our people speak and the commentators. They have tried to show the passion that we have to show the diasporans the game. 020 800 46100 020 800 46100 will be the number for you to call us on. Only two people will be expected to speak to us because of time and all that we are doing. Tony and Rotimi will have still 90 minutes of proceedings for the friendly games. I think everybody was in joyous mood after 45 minutes, but 90 minutes seems what has happened. Where did it all go wrong?
I think it's just lack of a little bit of lack of concentration, and I think we lost our discipline a little bit. We became overconfident and we're losing the balls easily, So, and I think as a result of that, we considered those goals, But in all, it was a good game for Nigeria at least.
What do you think about it? I know you were thinking that victory was secured, but then again, this is football.
Yes, and really I'm not happy that we threw away this game. I know I may sound a bit harsh. A 2-0 lead, we should have at least tried to hold up. Football is a 90-minute game, and total concentration is needed throughout the whole 90 minutes. Mm-hmm. So 3 minutes of lapse of concentration, and we threw away the game. That's all I can say, because I feel that Nigeria should have won.
It's a bit a hard blow, if you ask me, with what we've seen. But then again, it's friendly. This is why these friendlies are created, to see who is who, what is happening. I guess we'll go back to the coach again. He has to check his his strategies and how he kept things, because I think when Shevchenko tried to make his substitution, question could have been asked immediately. The ability to read games very fast, know what the other coach is thinking. I don't think it was there, to be honest.
No, it's there, So, but sometimes when you have a 2-0 lead, you're comfortable. So, and the problem is sometimes you lose a little bit of concentration because you feel that you're not going to get home. But you forget that the other man, the opposite team, they're hungry. They are eager to see if they will be able to get a breakthrough. So, and I think that's what happened. This game we lost. We drew this game as a result of that lack of concentration. Which, like he said, football is a game of 90 minutes. You have to concentrate from the beginning of the whistle to the end. Any lack of concentration, you see all these because these are all big players, they will hurt you. So you don't give them any breathing space when you're playing until that whistle goes. So I think this is another learning stage for us, from this friendly game. I think probably we might be able to correct that in another game, maybe when we play Togo.
Good. So what should be the anticipation now? We have seen some of the players play. What should be the anticipation now? I mean, did they do badly or were they just on average?
No, the players did well. Every one of them turned up as far as the match went. But as we've all kept saying on this, it's just that lapse.
Madness.
Yes, that has caused them the match. Everyone turned up well. I would have loved to see more minutes for the new call-up guys. Maja came in like maybe 3 or 4 minutes to the end, so we can't really say much about him or what he's going to bring in future. So I would love to see more minutes. I think the coach got it right, but the thing is the players, probably they missed it at that point where they lost the 2 goals.
For those of you joining us, it is our live broadcast of the friendly match between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Yellow Men of Ukraine. For if you haven't seen the players that were called up, I think I will give you the opportunity to see them again. Talking about the 5 players which the draw called up. We'll play that again for you to see them and of course identify with them. Unfortunately, all of them didn't get the full minutes that one was actually expected. We keep saying, for those of you who have been asking, why is it that we couldn't give you that which you have actually wanted, which is a full game. Copyright keep pushing us back, and that's why we're doing this broadcast, to be able to tell the Nigerian Football Federation that there is interest in diaspora for this to be done, if you understand. So let's before we go back to it, remember that only 2 people won't open the lines. 020-800 46100. Only 2 can talk to us and tell us exactly what they think about the game. But before we do that, these are your players, those that were invited. Have a feel, and we'll get back to talk more. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Joseph Ariba.
My name is Joshua Maja.
My name is Manuel Dennis.
I'm Madu Kakoya. I am from Lagos.
I'm from Adamawa State. I'm from Ondo State.
And I'm from Enugu State. I'm 20 years old. I play for FC Girondin de Bordeaux.
I play for Glasgow Rangers.
From Fortuna Düsseldorf, Germany. I'm 20 years old and I'm really delighted and honored to play for Nigeria, to get invited to the training camp and to wear these colors.
I'm really happy to have got this call up to Nigeria, and I just want to make the most of it and play as long as possible and just do all I can for the team and make sure that we continue being the best that we can be.
I'm delighted to get my first call up for Nigeria. It's a big opportunity to show the fans and the staff what I can do. I'm going to work my hardest and give my all to make my family and the fans and the coaches proud.
It's a massive call up for me. It's a big opportunity for me to improve in my football, to help the country. There's a lot of good football players out there, but I'm here. It's a big opportunity for me to give to the fans and to help the nation win a lot of trophies.
It's a lot of power, and I can't wait to show you guys what I'm up to and to train with these great guys. And they received me very well in the Super Eagles family. They did very well, and yes, I'm just happy to be here. And I play as a centre forward. I like to create chances, score goals, and just work hard for the team. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the games, and I hope I can show what I can do and stay in the squad for as long as possible.
I'm a centre midfielder, and I like to get in and around the box, make it from either box that I can defend and I can attack. Keep supporting us, keep praying for us, and I hope at the end of the day we really make you proud. I love you guys. Bye.
Men of Ukraine. 2-2, it ended after 90 minutes. Let me tell you this, you have the opportunity of seeing the highlights with us, and so it will be time for you to enjoy those highlights if you didn't see a full game, okay? And the phone numbers are there. Remember, only 2 people will be able to talk to us, or perhaps you just you want to wait along so you catch the highlights before you begin to put in your criticisms or perhaps your support for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Okay, guys, Anthony Okaigwe and Rotimi is here with me at Danish. What should be the next step? We're playing Togo. That is the next step for us. But then again, what these players we have just shown now, I mean, we didn't see any more of them, but it's nice that these new breeds are coming in. Should they be used for the next game or come for the next game?
Yes, I think because the problem is if people in the team has an automatic shed, it becomes a problem because it breeds complacency and everything. So the coach now should also make sure there's a form of competition in the team. That's why he's trying to bring in all these new players coming in. So, and I wouldn't, take it past him to see that he introduces 1 or 2 of those players in the next game. That's to make that, because why he's supposed to do that is because to make sure that you keep the other players on their toes. Because after this friendly match and those ones who didn't play just come back again and you give them the share, then of course they won't be able to put in more effort. So, but if they find out that the other person, because they didn't play this friendly match, they're on the bench, and then somebody else is playing, in their head they will be praying, oh God, let him not play, so that they will come and play. So with that now, when he comes in, he wants to show the coach that he wants to hold on to that jersey. Yes, so I believe that the coach should use all these friendly matches in order to breed competition in the game.
Good. Gentlemen and ladies, wherever you're joining us from, it is ABC Sports live broadcast of the game between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and their counterparts, talking about the Yellow Men of Ukraine. We called you in and we'll ask you to please stay with us and for us to give you this game. Copyright cleared us back. But now is the time for you to have all that you clamored for. The highlights of the game between the Super Eagles and the Ukraine counterpart. Enjoy it, we'll come back and we'll talk proper. Stay with us.
Nice. Sorver. Overhits that. Oh, brilliant trickery, and he still has it. Iwobi, options in the middle, and they've turned it in. Brilliantly tucked home. Nigeria have the lead. It was a swift move. Joe Aribo's away celebrating. What a moment. Ukraine 0 and Chukwueze, who's exceptionally quick, is in here, and Nigeria nearly had their second. Andrew Lunin with a vital stop. Well, Samuel Chukwueze, one of the most talked about young players in Europe right now. Here's that pace and quality we've seen in Spain. Ompai Iwobi. Kalu decides to try his luck and sweep that towards the corner. This front 4 linking up option. Hit. Lovely weight on that. Junior Rice is screaming for it in the middle. He won't get there, and it was a vital interception. Oleana was at the back post to get there. Great weight on the popped up in plenty of space in front of the back 4. Into Junior Moraes. Goalkeeper does enough. Zorro was off his line sharply, and there's an issue now for Junior Moraes. Both he and the goalkeeper are struggling. Iwobi will have a shot from this. Alex Iwobi. Aribo's arriving in the middle, and here he is! Nearly had his second. Good save from Andrew Lunin. But when Nigeria, he will keep going. Onto the crossbar, and Aribo was there. And we're going to stop for an injury and a foul. Osimhen was one of those in the middle, and he goes over to make sure he's okay. Adana trying to get back now as it's swept into the middle, right into the path of Junior Moraes. He couldn't connect with it. That's twice he's been stretching in the middle and nearly connected. Zinchenko key available to his right, but Iwobi has been granted the freedom to run into the area. Well, it got to the point where someone in Ukrainian colours had to challenge him. The defence so expectant that he was going to slip the ball into one of his teammates. Iwobi on the overlap. Was he fouled yet? Penalty. Kalu's been a real nuisance down that left-hand side, and Karavayev, who was trying to deal with him, overcommitted in the challenge to bring him down. National team, and his first senior international goal is a very well-taken penalty. Nigeria 2-up. Someone has to step in and replace. A chance to clip it into the middle. Hey, Zinchenko decides to. Karavayev. Sakhanov will shoot, and that is a brilliant piece of goalkeeping. And again, Uzoho to the rescue with a fine stop to deny Ukraine a goal. Chukwueze run to them, and that's a good stop from Lunin. Trying to make use of this extra time and swept that. 5 in the middle for Ukraine. Changes on the way. I wouldn't really be looking to change my attack in midfield. Stake here. Chance for Iwobi, who will shoot, and it's just wide. Massive let-off for Andriy Lunin. Really uncommitting goalkeeping, and a nervy moment for his senior goalkeeper, Andrew Piatov and co. Read it well to come charging off his line, but simply hasn't how many times he's won the ball. Kalu, who won the first half penalty in a similar scenario, has gone down holding his foot. Sobel, that's a great ball towards Sankov. Iwobi knows he has the pace, and Chukwueze away from his man. Osimhen will try. Chukwueze still going. Brilliantly done from him, and I think his teammates are slightly aggrieved, and rightly so, because he could have squared that. Zinchenko, good area. Yarmolenko's in, should score. Oh, and somehow it's missed everybody. Yaremchuk was there, trying to guide it in. It was just slightly behind him. Whips it towards the target, and Uzoho is equal to that one. Wasn't entirely a favourable angle to shoot from. Karavayev, who now has the captain's armband, into Zinchenko. Great touch, great goal. Alexander Zinchenko with a fine strike. And the Manchester City man has got Ukraine back into this game. He's already got one for the penalty spot. Looking for help, Bulgakovkov. Marlos broke clear with it, slipped it in to Yaremchuk. Zorro tried to come out, but only hit it against the striker for one of the most bizarre goals we'll see this week. It's his third call. Chukwueze. Nigeria feel hard done by. And Samuel Chukwueze nearly bends in from the corner. Iron Robben, his idol reason. Karavayev, they might be in again.
So it was 2-2 with the friendly matches. Beautiful pictures, coming our way from the city of Ukraine. It's still your show, we're still here for a while. ABC Sports Live Match Day, and we will be deliberating on what we've seen. Anthony Mwigwe, ex-international, and of course Rotimi Adeniji, football legends. They're still here with me to at least look at it all. Guys, we now see the highlights. We now see how it all happened. The misses. Somebody asked, was that a handball? Was that a handball goal? Was that another Maradona? But then again, football, that is all about. So, I mean, to say it all, I mean, your perspectives from the highlights.
Like I said earlier, because of the lead made them a little bit complacent, and they started going backwards a little bit more, into our own 18. So thereby inviting the pressure the more, because the Ukrainians were they were hungry now to be able to see if they'll be able to get a goal. Like the goal Zinchenko scored, you could see that the pass came in between two inside the 18. He trapped the ball between two defenders. The control was what gave him that angle to shoot at the goal. So, and it's why they had that chance, because we were slightly going backwards now, trying to soak up the pressure the more, and that resulted in us playing too close to our 18. We should have moved, when the pressure was coming, we should have pushed up back again forward in order to keep them at bay, not coming into our 18. Because it was so unfortunate. We lost that concentration, and the second goal came again immediately after that. So that too.
The defense, for me, I think the defense wasn't speaking to each other, because it was like they were at lost. The two players that they got napping when the second goal was scored.
No, I think there was a loose pass that we lost the ball in the midfield, and then the pass came in between the two defenders. So before he could realize there was a runner behind him, and then that was when the second goal came. So, but it came in as a result of the fact that we were moving backwards. So we're too close inside. If you see the second goal, the guy dipped the ball over the goalkeeper, got the rebounds on him, whether people were saying it was foul or say anything, but finally went into the net. But it was inside our 18. That should not happen, because we're too close. We didn't give the goalkeeper enough chance to be able to see the ball or be able to approach the game.
I mean, too many, what would I miss targets from the Super Eagles. But they keep pushing, but it was like, they're just shooting at bay, not going in. I mean, do we know another strategy in shooting to post? I mean, there were so many balls that were just, blown off, and you begin to wonder, I think there could have been better, efforts on the finish.
Correct. We have good players, I must say, but they need to be more clinical in their finishing. There were several chances that were just blazed over the bar. And a little bit of composure, being clinical in your finish, and we could easily have won that game. They had their chances as well, but I wouldn't even call their chances clear-cut like the ones we had, because they were clear-cut chances we had. The goal they scored was a rebound, like he said. Whether it came off his arm or not is a different discussion. But we had more clear-cut chances to score and win the game. So I think the players will go back and look at themselves, look at the video, and be able to evaluate, as well as the coaches to evaluate and say, okay, maybe you need to work on your finishing. Because if we have clinical, the guys are fast, they're good, but they need to be a bit more clinical. That will be the thing that will push them over the edge when they play better teams. They will have that edge.
All right, it's still the live analysis of the Super Eagles and their Ukrainian counterparts. Remember, if you're watching us outside Nigeria, the opportunity is that you dial +44 before all other numbers. If not, then that's watching us outside UK, sorry. So others, it is 0208 100 46100. That will be the number for you to call us. We will only take 2 calls. Please, we beg you. Only 2 calls we'll be able to take. I'm being told there's already a caller on the line. Let's pick up this first caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to the International Friendlies. Hello? Hello, caller?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Good day. What's the name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is George and I'm calling from London.
Brilliant. George, now is to join us. George, you've seen 90 minutes. What do you want to talk about?
I really couldn't watch it, but I listened to the commentary on the Heritage TV, the YouTube live stream, and I'll say it's a fantastic job. I was able to, keep track of what was going on the pitch, and I would like to commend the commentators. It was wonderful, I think the only thing I would like to say is I would have loved it if we were able to watch the match live rather than just see the commentators.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a fantastic one. That being said, with what the commentators said, I would have said I don't think the coach should have removed the Iwobi because he did well. It was a good play from him.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your call. We'll give opportunity to another person. Thank you very much for that. I mean, we've heard him speak. He said, one, Iwobi could have been left there to do his thing, but unfortunately, was it a good decision to pull Iwobi out in a friendly game?
Yeah, it was. Because you need to give one or two other players the chance to play, and this is a friendly match, so a lot of people should have played, but because of the magnitude of the friendly match, so that's why the changes were limited. Normally we have almost 6 or 10 players to change, but you can't do that when you're playing in this kind of a match, which is a respect-based match, because you want to earn that respect also with the big boys. So I think that's why the coach was a little bit cautious of not changing. But changing the Iwobi was fine because you need to look at somebody else. You have a game coming up, so you need to look at somebody. You need to be sure of the person that you've called up. So I think that was fine for the coach to have changed it.
Although I promised you guys that it's going to be 2 callers, but I think we now run out of time, and so we'll be drawing the curtains. But let me tell you this. Remember that on this channel, the sports show has since started. ABC Sports Live will now come every Saturday from 10 a.m. London time. And we'll be having 7,200 seconds to talk sports. You know what that means? Not talking only about football, all other games. So if you can, why not? Join us every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. We'll be here to dissect everything from the Premiership, rugby, table tennis, athletics. All of that's on this channel. Heritage, going places with ABC Sports. Guys, your final word. I need to draw down the curtains because time is really not on our side. What's your final words?
You first.
No, I think we've seen another dimension of the Nigerian team today. Looking at it, that if we want to be disciplined, we can be disciplined. I think the discipline side of the game is what I was impressed with today, especially in the first half. So I think going forward, if we can maintain that, that would be great for us.
Yeah, final word, it was a good match, and it wasn't need to be more clinical in our finishing.